Hey there, and welcome one and all to another round of the Tales of Campaign. It has been a little while since the last session, but that's just because there was a bunch of cooking to be done. Don't worry about it. But we are back at it again. Last time...
Krispy Kreme.
Yeah. Well, at this round of Krispy Kremes, you'll beat up a pretty nasty lizard creature diamond thing. And well, you managed to get out alive, managed to get some pretty nice items, and well, presumably at this point, the gang is back at their little hidey hole.
Yep.
And you do still need to get down the island, because you sure are on a sky island right now.
Yep.
But at least the guys in charge told the Malakim of the party that, like, yeah, okay, we'll fix it up so you can head off.
Okay, phew.
Yup.
That was the first question, because like, wasn't that broken when we first got here? Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, no, that... To be fair, that is kind of a big reason why Shino and Lialah went over there to ask, hey, can that get fixed? So, yeah.
Please,
Not that you're not
pretty
nice,
please.
but can we leave?
Yeah, so, it's got fixed, or it's getting fixed, and at this point, it is morning again. How's the gang doing? First and
Lialah
foremost.
is having a great old time. Beat up a creature. What's not to love?
Sure did.
Tihomir is so glad that Lialah is able to bounce back so quick.
Indestructible
It's the power
spirit
of
the
baby.
child.
Yeah, it's the power of baby.
as a treat.
Chuck went diving and found this neat belt last time. To my memory, he knows it's some kind of magic. Not quite sure exactly what it is, but he's going to sit down and attune to it. We'll find out what it is. Kill some time before they give a try yet.
I'm just imagining Chuck, after attuning to it, tries to, like, lift Lialah up, accidentally flings her to the sky.
Oh no.
It stands there like, well, it's doing something, but I don't know what it does. 5 minutes later.
The child has been yoked.
Chuck, you will now be able to lift Shino up without issue. Have fun with this
Shino
new
can
skill of
see
yours.
that realization dawn on Chuck.
Shino, you better
needed.
fucking run.
Yeah, no, what Shino's been giving me is that he's probably just been flopped over on the ground, having a rest after that fight himself. Like, arm over his face, he lifts the arm. She's Chuck with an absolutely evil look on his face.
And approaching.
Fast approaching.
So yeah, Shino's going to get up from his prone position and start running.
Hey, what's Shino's speed?
Might I suggest we save the horseplay for when we're actually on the ground and not at risk of having someone fall off the island?
Yeah, Shino's speed is 30 feet.
Guess what Chuck's is? It's 35.
It would be halved right now too, because Shino got up from a prone position. So even if he could double it, yeah, you catch up to him.
Tihomir's just like, you idiots, and meanwhile Chuck's attempting to grapple and just lift Shino over his head.
Well, like, roll me athletics, because that's the grapple check, so roll me that to see whether you can lift Shino. Don't forget your new belt strength.
Yeah, God.
And I imagine that this is when Tihomir says that.
Oh man, this is gonna give Chuck a like +6 in athletics. Oh baby.
Oh.
Okay, we are in the rolls level. Good, because that is gonna be an 18 + 6.
Oh my
amazing.
God.
Well, let me see. Shino's acrobatics is a +9, so. Yep, that fails.
Get scruffed, idiot.
Literally just lifted over Chuck's head like he's like, what's it called? Like weightlifting champion.
Oh my goodness. There is a squawk of outrage, but Shino can't exactly do much now that he's held up like this. Which then in character, that's probably when Tihomir is able to say his line.
Interject.
So, yeah.
Chuck's just trotting back to, Camp Epicenter. Very pleased with himself.
If you put Shino over your shoulder, I think Shino probably is going to smack Chuck on the back a bit and let me down, you ass.
Once we're back safe in camp. Which takes like 10 steps.
Yeah. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Lialah, how are you doing? You said you got flung a bit.
Well, Chuck would have tried to catch her in like the surprise. But did she have fun? Did they have fun?
Mm-hmm. Staria?
Yeah, what, huh?
You there?
Yeah.
Sorry, I zoned out.
Okay.
What?
All good. Just commenting on
Tell 'em.
Lilah's fun
Tired.
little airborne moment.
Yes. Lilah voice, wee!
So good.
Tihomir will move over to catch her, by the by, because Chuck clearly fucking won't.
Children's bones are made of like rubber elastic. Fine. Do you know how many heights Chuck fell from as a kid and he just like bounced back up almost literally? Pshaw.
See, I think that says more that says things about Chuck more than anything else.
Yeah. But alright, she was eventually let down.
You get another like bap on the arm.
Snickering.
Before Shino is going to walk over to Lialah and just give him a once over to make sure she's actually okay.
This is a child. Children are always fine at these kinds of things. They have bones of rubber.
Exactly. You see?
Shino just face palms and is going to go sit behind Tihomir so he doesn't get lifted again, dang it.
Lialah goes over to Chuck to get lifted again. The duality.
And thus, we pass the time with Lialah just getting tossed up and down.
Tihomir just quietly exhales.
A pause. You get a pat from Shino before, after a little while, he will go out from where he's hiding behind Tihomir. So yeah, a fair bit of time passes. You imagine at this point the waypoint is fixed. Do you want to check it out?
Yep.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Beats spending another night here and extending risk of discovery.
Mm-hmm.
Sneaky over, take a look.
Yeah, roll me your stealth check, Picnics.
All right.
All of us are.
How badly are you guys gonna fuck it up?
Wow, RJ, so little faith.
I mean,
Listen.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think
One
being
of us has a
picked
plus 10, and I can guarantee it's not you two.
I mean, yeah.
Guess who just rolled a nat 20, fucker.
My goodness.
For a total of
26.
Shino got so low, but I think it's because he's still ruffled from being picked up like a sack of potatoes.
It's also
He's
not
like
nearly as critical for Shino and Lialah to be hidden.
Yeah,
true.
yeah, that is very true.
Lialah is not trying to get hidden. Though she's probably like a fair distance away from the others, so like they don't get noticed via him getting noticed.
Yeah, to be fair, Shino probably just like is used to going stealthy and then remembers, oh right, we're here.
People
Goes to
know
join
I'm here.
Lialah. Yeah. People know he's here. People it won't cause issues if they know he's here. He goes to join Lialah.
And better to have a supervised baby than
yeah, Shino at the very least can also pick Lialah up like it's nothing if there's a problem. So
not beating the Big Brother allegation.
And yeah, which following all of that, you are in luck. For now, it doesn't seem that anyone is there, but you certainly see the waypoint or the teleportation point. There is a certain energy about it, a little like what you sensed back down on the surface.
Arcane sense is tingling.
Mm-hmm.
Lialah, what is your whiz?
Yeah.
Okay.
If Lialah tries
4.
to touch it right now, Shino will pull her back.
Lialah slams
Lialah
the big
is
red
rolling
button.
whiz. Didn't. Yeah, it's above 10.
And only 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lialah has enough common sense to not poke it again.
That's good because
But you can
Shino kind of...
You can visibly see he wants to do it. He wants to do it so bad.
There is like a deliberate pause, and Shino just takes Lialah by the scarf, like, no.
Drag her back.
Yeah.
It's not like she weighs anything.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of a good moment of making sure no one comes out before Shino looks to where the diamonds are hidden, and it's just...
Where you think they're hidden?
Mm-hmm.
Lialah's just like... Lialah doesn't know where they are because they both pass her passive. So Lialah's just like... just doing that, trying to find them.
Oh my god.
Like she's trying to find a cat.
Yeah, but she's trying to find her buddies. God, I love playing a small child.
It's so fucking good.
It looks like so much fun. Well, alright.
What kills me is the image that Shino is still holding him by the scarf, but Lialah is now crouched down doing
Yeah.
So
it's like a makeshift child leash.
Yeah. And is in fact being put towards that purpose.
Yep.
So yeah, does the adult and the adult question mark come on out?
Well, if there's no one else there, then yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. No one else is there, as far as you can all tell.
out of shadows.
I don't trust like that. I'm rolling a fucking perception check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perception mod. Okay. Good, that even beats his passive, which isn't bad.
That doesn't beat his passive, but I think only barely.
I am not rolling for Lialah because she is distracted.
Yeah. When
Yeah,
is she
that's
not?
fair.
Damn, calling her out like that.
I mean, when it's the truth.
Damn, when they're sneaking, these two are in sync pretty much.
Yeah, as far as you guys can tell, no one else is there.
I really don't trust like that, but there's no reason not to come out, so I guess we come out.
I love Morskijez being needlessly ominous.
That's the job of DM, that's half the fun.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
So like you guys come out and it's fine. I feel like I should say I just said that. Actually, there really isn't anyone here right now. You guys
Listen.
just got nervous because I went.
The
Yeah,
two
as far
adults
as
are
you guys can
paranoid.
tell."
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, that is in character.
with good reason.
Yep.
It's in character.
We
and
are
there's
in
reason
Angel
for it.
Town right now, and we are very much not angels.
We
Yep.
are about the diametric opposite.
Yep. Mm.
Meanwhile, Lialah is the very definition of music. Probably found the bug.
Alright, well.
Yeah. You
Level
know,
up,
you know what
everyone.
Lilah finds? Lilah finds a dragonfly.
Fuck yeah.
Uh. Yeah. You're here by the teleportation point. What y'all gonna do?
Chucks.
Let's
It is-
go.
Yeah, motion for him to
Cool.
gather in. No sense giving this any reason to teleport them to different locations from each other.
Don't jinx us.
Well, I'm trying not to.
If everyone looks to be ready, Shino's gonna activate the TP point.
Wee.
Roll me a con save, everyone.
Right, I forgot about that. What is your con? +3. Bup. Oh,
Yeah,
Joe,
Lilah's
if you
fine.
do it.
I can't wait until I'm proficient in all saves. That's gonna be so much fun.
What the
God.
fuck, RJ?
I forgot. I
Monks!
forgot monks are broken.
Monks do this!
Monks do that. Yeah, everyone's
Monks
fine.
and fucking rogues. Jesus Christ.
Well,
I say
rogues only
playing
get
a rogue.
one extra. Rogues only get one extra, they get wisdom.
Yeah, but
Monks
rogues
get
are
every
broken fun in
fucking-
every other way.
True.
Looks at proficiency.
Yeah.
Looks at expertise.
Yeah.
I almost played a rogue, and I was like, no, I'm not doing this.
It's like, you
Like,
already
I'm doing
do
that
that
again.
It's okay. You can do that in the next campaign I run. Anyways,
You already have decimal, you ass.
you love it. Can't play with range. But yeah, no, you're all fine. You are all back in. You are all back in that old forest. You were before this particular mess started. The same clearing too.
Yippee!
Perfect.
Lialah
are-
realizes she has not let go of the dragonfly and is now apologizing to it for taking it away from its.
Oh, buddy.
Kidnapped
I
an
guess from
entire
public-
firefly.
Well,
Well,
dragonfly, but yes. So now it's like
the
for comic.
dragonfly is now a party member, like the stag beetle.
God.
Wow, like you like imagine the scene. It's like the party like looking around, and then Lialah is just like apologizing to the dragonfly. But hey, now you can explore new places, and it'll be fine. I swear.
The dragonfly is just sitting on Lila's head.
Yeah, the dragonfly doesn't have the understanding of a human person, so it doesn't know what the fuck Lila's saying. But Lila is baby.
And we love her. But yeah, you're all back in the forest around the bell. Do you want to continue on the way you were going previously?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
We
that's
got
our
a
quest.
whole quest and everything.
Cool. I guess roll me survival just for a vibe check on how long actually traveling
Chippy.
through the forest goes.
And Lila's lost.
Immediately starts
Right,
walking
I
the wrong
have
direction.
good survival because I have good wisdom, not because I have proficiency. Um,
Okay.
Could be
All
worse.
right.
Could be worse. You think you get turned around at one point, but like it only takes you guys a couple hours, and you're back at Old the Ball. Honestly, it's like no time at all has passed in the town. People are still living. You can hear noise.
They better still be living.
Yeah.
uh, yeah, no, they're just living their lives. You can hear noise. You think you hear some news about people getting ready for the winter. You know, fun stuff like that. And should you choose to go back to the gate you last spoke to old Claudette, he'll be there. So what y'all gonna do?
Pitter patter over.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Shino is just gonna do something real quick.
Oh.
Okay, great. Tihomir, Shino is hiding in your shadow.
Uh-huh.
The real use of Tihomir in the party. Cast Big Shadow.
Like Shino could go into Chuck's, but it's easier going into Tihomir's, and he didn't send the news that he was found out by the rest of the party to Claude yet. So yeah. You can run it. You guys can roll insight if you want to figure that out.
Okay, what is your insight, child? +7.
I already know this, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. God,
Yeah.
what the fuck is up with that?
Ah, yes, Chuck's 0 insight. Let's go. 2.
Oh, so
God.
yeah, Chuck, you don't. Okay, so Tihomir, you can tell that. Yeah. Shino had been telling Claude about their travels, but probably did not mention that he was outright found out for a while now. So he just went and hid in your shadow. Chuck, Shino's like clearly Shino's just a bit shy. That's why he's hidden back in Tihomir's shadow.
Obviously. Plus, Tihomir is like, the logical choice to be in the shadow of. Makes sense to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, Chuck would probably tease the fuck out of him.
After. But yes.
And Lialah, with that 19, you do also get that. Oh, yeah, Shino's hiding a bit from Claude, but like it's nothing that bad actually. So
Okay. Lila's in her little 2 brain cell containing brain, thinking on whether she should, talk about it like it's no big deal, or not talk about it and try and keep it secret.
well, I don't know. What is she gonna do?
The brain cells are clinking like rocks.
Love that non-conclusive answer.
Yeah.
She has not decided yet.
That's cool. Well, at this point, you've made it to the old man, so he waves and says a hi.
So
He's he's definitely eyeing some of the new bits and pieces he sees that you'll have.
Lialah, taking the biggest bit she can carry and like holding it proudly.
The biggest what?
The biggest like chunk she can carry, like the metal and shit.
Which one in particular is this? Did you take a piece of the meteorite or the bug iron?
Probably the bog iron.
Yeah, Claude's gonna hum appreciatively of this.
Also, for further silly, she looks like a pigman.
Oh, that's such a good
She
image.
holds it like a pig.
You are not gonna lie, you're probably getting a head pat.
Yes, good.
You're getting a head pat from the old man. So I see that
That
you
was
all
his plan all
succeeded
along.
in pardon?
That was his plan all along.
Clearly.
Lilah's getting crafty.
Anyway, so what I was saying, or what Claude was saying, is so I see you all succeeded in getting the medal.
Mhm.
That should do us well. I presume you already got the pig iron for this higher quality one?
Out of character, I think so.
Yeah,
Yes,
we
you
got it from the
did.
bog. We got it from the bog.
Okay.
And
Okay, so
bad times for
the bog
getting
iron.
it from the bog, but we got it from the bog.
Yeah. The bug
Yeah.
iron is the higher quality one, while the pig iron is the lower quality, which would be needed for pattern wielding.
Then there's also the meteorite, right?
Well, I mean, do you show him that?
I mean, I have the meteoric iron, so
Up to you.
So, do you show him? Do you not show him? Because right now he's you have only shown him the bug iron, you know?
yeah, I'll pull out half the meteoric iron because we're using half of it for a longsword, and we've got 3 pounds spare.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Which
add that.
I have plans for.
Yeah. Which to that Claude does raise an eyebrow. And I see you got something more interesting. Been a while since I heard of a meteorite falling. Where did you lot find this one?
That's a really good question, and I don't remember. Where did we get this again?
Oh, you know,
I
around.
mean,
the
did we get it
Sky
on the island?
You got it on the Sky Island.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah. Tihomir is not saying a fucking word because he can't lie for shit.
Well,
See
we
a
got
deception check.
lost on the Sky Island.
Oh my
and
god!
and we found some.
Chuck very quickly concocting a lie, and Lilah just immediately opens his mouth.
Yep, Lialah. As I said, the brain cells are clinking like rocks. Lilah's not thinking about, oh, why are... Lialah is not thinking about the consequences. When is she ever?
Kids, so imaginative. Scruffles Lilah's hair. Incredible stuff they come
Yeah,
up with, huh?
Ah!
No, yeah, I think at this point Claude is like kneeling to talk with Lialah, and it's like, it's been a while since I heard one of those places were reached. Good to see that y'all made it back down then.
Yeah, it was like, there was like this like statue and it like teleported us. And
So, there are a couple of those around. You do want to be careful of touching them. Last I heard the one around here wasn't working. But
Lialah just kind of sweats at the be careful not to touch them, and Lilah's like, it's away.
yeah, Claude has a feeling he knows how they got up on that island. It's fine, they got back down. There are a fair few that are still working, so don't touch them unless you want to go somewhere, alright?
Mm-hmm.
And ideally find out where it goes first.
Mm-hmm.
And how would you figure that out without activating it?
You talk to the people who oversee them.
Right, except this thing
That's
seemed pretty
my-
abandoned. Granted, it was broken.
Yeah,
But it worked.
Worked enough.
I mean, it didn't.
indeed. Incidentally, would you all like to roll insight?
Oh boy.
Sure. Yeah.
That's pretty fucking good. I'll take that.
Yippee!
Yo, nice!
Nice, dude.
Yeah, the DC for this was 20.
Oh
Cool.
my god.
So, Lialah and Tihomir, you do note that Claude does seem a bit more on edge, you think? He seems a bit worried that the TP point that was broken started working again.
Is it bad that it's like working when it wasn't?
Generally, these teleportation points work with the power of the earth pulses under the earth. The ones here used to be quiet, but that it worked again means that more energy is going through them. It can mean a few things.
Doesn't that just mean that there's an Earth Malachim here?
It does not. While Earth Malachim can work with the earth pulses on their own, well, there were arts that could manipulate the earth pulses, but those were lost a long time ago.
Lilac kind of kneels down, patting the ground, just like, tell me your secret ground. Child behavior.
I know this and I love her. Well, you did a good job of finding the right metal. And on my own end, I managed to get some contacts into Reach, and I know a place where you can find a blacksmith
Ah, excellent.
for making a new sword.
Quest
You'll
end
need to
in
go
sight.
into... Pardon?
Quest end in sight. Chuck's like clapping his hands and rubbing them together. Good job, team.
Where's the blacksmith?
You will need to go to the Northlands.
How north?
Up to the northernmost city that humans have made and past that. For you'll need to go to a city of Malachim.
Huh.
Lila like turns her head to the other two. That work. I don't know if my mic caught that, but she's like, how's that gonna work?
Well, you walk north.
I think he means us going to the city.
Hmm.
Indeed. I'm afraid I need to stay here and keep watch on things.
Oh,
Especially now.
You know, people, can we get like a written note that's like, these guys are fine, don't panic.
no. It'll just be like what we did just now, right? T and I will just hang around outside.
But how's that?
I'm
Then it was just
afraid-
an island. This is a whole city. It's a
Yeah.
big.
You got this,
What if we
Shino?
need you?
It's figure it out. What's the worst you could get into? You're one of them.
Anyways, um, anyways, Lord has written down a couple notes, and we'll hand them over. This is the name of the shop I was told that would be good to go to, since they have a lot of aspiring blacksmiths. And in fact, the person who should be able to do a good job of it would be there.
Oh,
Right.
Stay
are they
safe.
also a Malik?
They are. You're going to
More
need a Malik blacksmith for this. Most humans don't quite have the skill for making this kind of artifact.
That
Well,
makes
when
sense.
you live for hundreds and hundreds of years or whatnot, you can develop those skills.
That, and
Indeed.
if this is a vessel, it makes sense to have to be crafted specific ways.
I'll get you all a boat ticket so you can get to where you need to.
Ah, cheers.
And you'll want to make sure to get yourself warm enough clothes over there. Especially you, little one.
Will do.
We'll see if anyone here has the right grade stuff. Might have to see what's on the other side.
You'll need to go to the other side, because I'm afraid here the clothes might be decent for a winter here, but for up there, I've heard it's been getting colder too.
I'm gonna get the fluffiest coat.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be great.
Which, I guess at this point, Kulot has said what he's wanted to say. Do you lot have any more questions?
Chuck wants to ask a bit more specifics about where this city of angels essentially is. Like, what would the route be to get there?
There are a couple routes I've heard of, but the easiest would likely go up to Merihio, since that's the closest one to Mount Killer House. The Malik City is on the other side of its slopes.
Huh. Right, okay.
You been there?
Yeah, I've heard of it. Roll insight. Chuck's rolling deception.
I need to find Shino's sheets as well, because he's also rolling insight.
Wait, am I supposed to be doing this with
14.
Hold on, I forget how all my shit works.
No worries.
No, that's fine. Lol.
Yes!
LMAO.
Lamau.
Get red, idiot.
Get seen, idiot. Get seen, idiot.
Well, he couldn't deny anything outright because he hesitated too long, but... You know, sure, yes, Chuck has heard of this place. Fucking Shino and Tihomir. Yeah, true. Chuck knows of this place. He knows it fucking well. Knows it very fucking well. And he's not excited to be potentially having to go even near there. At all.
Lialah has not caught any of that and is just, okay, heard of it.
Yeah.
Fucking
Chuck
Tihomir.
traveled, right?
Tihomir remembering what Chuck said about how Chuck became a diamond.
Yeah. And Shino doesn't have that context, but Shino also got a nat 20.
Yeah.
Shino, you think this
Getting
guy
it.
might be from there?
Yeah. Shino just casually slotting that away and going, okay, I think we'll need to talk about this.
Lialah is just taking things at face value.
Yeah,
Because-
Lila's probably
why
chatting
wouldn't
to
she?
Claude about, like, Lila's probably talking to Claude about, like, what are some things to look out for in the snowy north.
Yeah. Also, what is snow? How what is it? Because I don't think Lialah has seen snow before. Well, she definitely hasn't. Cause
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah. Well, it's frozen water, so you can get that with ice. You can also get that with snow. It's soft and it's cold. It's also very white.
Yeah,
Ooh.
we're
I
gonna
think
need
you wouldn't have too hard a time blending in with it.
Yeah, we need to pick up a decent amount of gear to deal with it, especially going that far. Chuck's
Someone please
clearly
tell
just-
Lialah to wear shoes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm realizing that Tihomir's gonna have a fucking problem, given that his feet aren't even actual, like, humanoid feet.
Oh
He
god.
can't wear shoes.
Oh god.
We're gonna have a good
Gonna have
time,
to cover-
gang.
Oh, gotta have
Yep.
a great time.
Teamir encountering
This is what
logistical
happens when
problems.
no one in the party is human.
Lila's
can't
running
even,
a shit
like, he
fit over
can't-
not barefoot.
He can't even walk plantigrade. His feet are digitigrade.
Get bandages and wrap them over his feet.
Yeah, gonna have to.
It's like both the frostbite and also that's gonna that footprints.
Yeah.
It's gonna be obviously
Yeah.
it not
Take a
human
disadvantage to
footprints.
stealth, idiot. Oh no.
Depends on where.
I mean-
depends on where he'll be. Depends on where he'll be. I will note in story, as demons, you have a bit of an advantage with the cold since it doesn't affect you guys quite as much. But you definitely don't want to walk bare feet on that.
He has a little bit of advantage as well in the fact that his robes are floor length, so they'd be sweeping
Mhm.
behind him and would probably obscure footprints,
Yeah.
which is good. Thank fuck.
Mhm.
It's good, but
Mhm.
also oof out your legs.
Oof, ouch, his feet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Chuck's going to be thinking very deeply on the logistics of all this. So the good news is you do have someone who's familiar with what it takes to
Yeah.
be comfy and survive up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Timir's
Now
gonna
I'm just-
wait. Oh.
Now I'm
Mhm.
just imagining Tihomir with like layers of socks.
You fucking say that, but me, the North Canadian, just like come wintertime, even inside, I'm like double layers of socks. My shitty circulation means my toes are still fucking cold.
Felt that.
I mean, you're valid. I probably shouldn't be in flip flops in this weather, but I am, and my toes are frozen. But yeah.
Skill
Uh,
issue.
but I believe you were saying something, RJ.
Yeah. So Timir's gonna wait until Lialah and Chuck at the very least, and Shino if possible as well, are distracted, and then lean into Claude and whisper. Fucking getting a nat 20 on his stealth for fucking 30.
Good lord.
Whisper to him. The pedestal being powered by earth pulses kind of light. Is Amacion waking up?
I do. I do apologize, but you were a bit too quiet for me to hear.
He
Yeah.
You rolled
basically
a
muttered.
30.
The pedestal being powered by Earth Pulse is coming back online. Could Omastia be waking up, do you think?
Not Almacia, no. The being resting here. I believe in Nominat might be waking up.
Interesting. Can I get a spelling on that, please?
Sure.
Right. Innominate?
Yes. The Nameless Empyrean. I'm afraid I don't know too much about it yet, but I think it's fair to say we don't want it waking up.
That's it. That's all he says. He just goes,
Yeah, fair enough. Claude won't prod further. But with your high insight from earlier, you do gather that that's what's making Claude tense up.
Oh boy.
You get the impression that if he could come over and handle things himself, he would.
But plot says no.
Mm-hmm. He said it himself, someone here needs to keep an eye on things.
yup.
Come back in a couple hours and I'll have the ticket and some money needed for the ferry over there prepared for you all.
That'll be
A nod.
fun.
All right.
I'll have one for Shino too, so don't worry. And he sends you all off.
Lialah briefly wondering if he noticed the Shino.
Yeah,
Even notice Shino? God.
For the rest of you, when you do get further away, Shino looks so sheepish.
I don't think Chuck even
So, yeah,
notices.
you got-
Chuck's mind is on like tallying gold and comparing like possible prices of supplies for across the water, and he's fucking logistics mode.
Yeah,
Lialah is just wondering what kind of fish she can fish in there. Lialah is taking the fisherman life very seriously.
I will need to make a new table for what fish you can catch there as a treat. Look, fishing minigame is important.
Thank you, Morskijez, for indulging me in putting fish in the game.
Look, it's important. Also, I'm gonna be real with you. I think Shino is absolutely taking the fact that Chuck isn't immediately teasing him for this. So,
Yeah.
Careful, or Lialah might take up the mantle.
Yeah. Chuck is distracted.
God.
Though Shino is going to share a look with Tihomir in a. So you saw that earlier, right? Looking at Chuck.
Yeah, he just nods.
Lialah, meanwhile, is just trying to imagine what snow looks like.
But yeah,
She's thinking dirt but white.
I mean, technically not wrong. If we
Only
come down to-
technically.
Only technically.
It's fine.
Um,
She'll find out enough.
Yeah, just give it a week or so in universe. Maybe 15 minutes out of universe. Uh, but I suppose this is my own note that hey, if you guys want to do some quick shopping in town now, you can do it. If you want to discuss something now before the boat trip happens, you can in fact do it. So
Might. Oh, I have some.
Mhm.
Honestly, Lilah is now just handing me like being curious over what kind of places the others have been to.
Starts grilling everyone.
Yeah, just like, what other places are there? Where have you been? Is it pretty? Is it cool? How is it different from here? You don't have to answer her. She's just asking.
I mean, Shino can genuinely answer if you want to hear.
Yeah, Lilah is very listening very intently. If anyone does decide to answer.
Yeah, let me just find the X-Spy names I put down for these places, but
Chuck would
On
also
Shino and-
answer after a bit, but here's the thing. Chuck would... Yeah, some places are real, some places sound plausible, and some are just clearly made up, and Lilah wouldn't know the difference.
Yeah, Lilah is taking almost everything at face value. And
Yeah, exactly.
just
Like, this place
nodding
had,
along.
like, you know, the Pegasi.
Dinosaurs.
Yeah. That sort of thing.
I mean, diamonds, man. For all you know, some are like that.
Yeah, that's Lilah's logic as well.
There's an entire city in
like-
the center of a volcano.
Legas.
I mean, if you consider the volcano is kind of drowned and under the earth, that's a yes. But I don't really see you going to Endgand, or well, to the Endlands. I've never been there myself.
I've been all over the place.
I suppose on my own end, I've been more towards the south. It's my home's in the archipelago.
Huh.
And I've traveled around the Southlands and the Midlands primarily.
When? How old are you again? What? Come on. Gotta stretch your legs a little bit more, kid.
I mean, I guess, but there's only so much traveling I could have done in the past century. Beforehand, we tended to stick to, well, our home and, well, our own home and the home of extended family, so.
Your loss.
I want to travel.
That's a spirit.
I mean, that is what we're doing now.
Mhm.
I've briefly been to the Northlands, but I've more been to the southern end. Not as fond of all the cold.
Yeah, well, it's gonna get worse than you remember then.
Yeah. We didn't tend to frequent the bigger Malachim cities either. So this will be interesting.
Yeah, you'll have to tell me and T about it.
Which, talking about that, we'll need to figure out a plan for that. Because if you two are going to masquerade as Malachim, we'll need to figure out some things first, like what
Hold up.
ages you give or what's your element.
Hold up. That
Hmm?
that even work? Wouldn't you be able to, like, smell it on us or something?
I mean, not particularly, no. You look rather human, all things considered, and for Tihomir, he's well covered, and that won't be that unusual far north.
So you're telling
It's
me
not like
your
he-
your
We
fancy
can paint your hair.
you're telling me your fancy cities could secretly be full of diamonds and you just wouldn't know?
If there were that many or one that full of malevolence, we'd notice, but you are aware that on your own and Tihomir on his own don't really. You don't have a lot of malevolence on you.
Ah,
You're not
gee.
stinky.
Warm my heart.
Tihomir nods.
I think Shino is going to kick you, Chuck, but so it might be better if we sit down while we're actually traveling, but we'll want to figure out what sort of element you'd be using for your, I guess,
Does the element
Identity.
of surprise count?
no.
Lialah laughs at that.
Good. Thank you. Someone here appreciates Chuck.
Yes, the impressionable child.
Meanwhile, Shino is in business mode and thought Chuck was serious and is just going, nope. You can tell he's going over his head on what on earth would fit you two.
Maybe, wind. You could. God.
You telling me I'm full of hot air, kid?
Yes!
Wind could fit you. Your hair is on the green end.
Also, Kraken, this is really funny because I was about to say, Staria brain is giving me insult. The insult of like the full of hot air. Lialah wouldn't think about it, and then you did it for me.
You're so welcome.
Mind building, baby.
Mind link. Clown to clown communication.
Clown to clown communication. Honestly, wind might work for you, Chuck. You can control the elements to some extent, right?
I mean, like, gonna snap his fingers and use prestidigitation to, like, you know, some little flame sparks up there when a candle nearby extinguish. Wind, prestidigitation again and, like, a little gust of air.
Mm-hmm. How it works for a Malachim, at least, our magic comes from the element we can manipulate. You've seen what I can do with shadows. And, like, he scuffs a boot in the dirt, and this group's shadows waver a little bit. Like, as if there was a fire nearby before it stops. So, the most common types of elements I've seen around include fire, water, wind, and earth. I know lightning and darkness exist, but of the 700 years I've been alive, I've only seen one other darkness, Malcolm, aside from myself. So we tend not to be around as much.
Yeah.
Maybe it could be, Lialah kind of tugs at his hair, the hair strands are, like, white. Maybe like me? I don't know what element I am.
I think you're the element of surprise.
What?
You're the element of surprise.
We don't really know what element you have, but
Exactly.
whatever the case is, you do just have unusual elements on occasion.
Is it
I am
possible?
such an example.
What you got,
Is
T?
it possible that God God.
Sorry, I
Please
tried
let-
it.
We're so good at this.
Say your bit.
We're so good at this.
Go ahead and
Tihomir
speak,
like
RJ.
waits for a second and then continues. Is it possible that Lialah might have an element you've never heard of?
Very possible. I mean, I am pretty young for a Malak, so it is entirely possible someone might know in that city.
That would be
Yeah.
the place to ask them.
Yep.
So we need to figure out what element you two would masquerade as, but at least for ages, that should be easier to figure out. At least just going from how you two look. Like, Shino squints at you, Chuck, and it's like, well, you're definitely drinking age, so probably something over 2,000.
Hold on.
Hmm?
Are you not Malik drinking age?
Oh my
Shino doesn't
God.
say anything, but that in itself is an answer.
Dream widening.
God. New teasing material obtained.
Oh, kid. We're fixing that.
No. Anyways,
You're some odd centuries and not a Come on. You... Yeah, tough sucks. Come on. Ever?
no. I'm 700. The drinking age, at least for Malak bars, is when you're 2,000.
Well, good thing the bars around here ain't Malik.
Shino does not look impressed.
Chuck has a new mission once this discussion breaks and before they go on the boat.
Oh my goodness. Tihomir can watch the child.
Tihomir currently looks very deep in thought, actually.
Oh.
Because he doesn't have any funky elemental shit. He just hits things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The element of hit things good.
Could work for Earth. Could work for Earth. But before starting on that, Shino just kind of goes harumph. Then looks at Tihomir and goes, you could probably go for around 6,000 maybe. You seem closer in age to my eldest sibling. So 6,000 or maybe 6.5 for you.
Will the age disparity cause a problem?
Nah, it won't.
What about me? I'm still, less than a year old.
For us, it's fine because we're actually Malachim. Mostly just makes people might coo over you because we don't get young Malachim quite as often.
Whoa, baby, be a pony.
Pretty much, yeah. Honestly, in all the series, there is only maybe 2 Malachim that I've seen come into existence in both games. It's a very rare occurrence, or well, maybe 3, but 3 of those were kind of unusual circumstances. Let's put it that way.
Yippee.
Okay, Sheena, hold on. Could I get what is a Malik lifespan? How old can he get?
I know there are Malachim over 10,000 years old, we really don't die due to old age. Generally, what kills someone is either something else getting to us or malevolence.
What do you do with so much time?
Good
I mean, depends
question.
on the person.
It's like,
It depends.
in the amount of time I've been alive, I've done so much. How do you spend 10,000 years?
Well, some I know have traveled all over the place. I've heard those that have gone to the far continent. There are those who decide to sit down and get really good at a discipline. I assume we will be meeting more of those types in that Malak city, especially for blacksmiths. At least in the case of my siblings and I, we'd often travel around and help others.
Okay. So
It's like, so like
you can
Shino
tell
just
that the amount of time is still like very baffling to him.
That's fair. Like Shino just kind of shrugs and goes like, "What? We live like anyone else." So
Yeah, but on a massive time scale.
yeah, I guess so.
Like me, I struggle with what to do with myself, and I have a blink of an eye compared to the likes of you and even Tihomir.
You find
Sounds
things.
like it's. Shino looks at you, Chuck. Sounds like a skill issue to me.
Oh, you get grabbed and scooped, idiot. Rolling grapple over here.
Oh goodness. Lialah is currently thinking between what will I do and oh, I'm gonna catch every fish in the world. Every type of fish.
Lialah becomes a fisher. I love that.
Honestly, that is so valid of Lialah. It's a very
Dodges
that's
and
a
squirms
very
out this time.
yeah. Yeah, no, Shino's going to go casually behind Tihomir. This
And
is the safe place.
That big lug can't hide you forever.
But he can hide me
Current
for
evidence.
now.
Current evidence begs to differ.
Lila's just giggling.
Just makes like the I'm watching you at Tihomir's shadow.
Shino didn't even go into Tihomir's shadow. He's
Literally
just
just
hiding behind Tihomir. Yeah.
Well, frankly, that's
Tihomir's
even
just
more
standing
cowardly.
still.
Well, okay, come and get him. Try to get around Tihomir.
Tihomir's not gonna fucking move. He's just standing still.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Tihomir's not enabling or disabling. Just all right. Lunge around. Is that going to be another what would you call that? Athletic scrabble check? Roll to hit? What's her call?
It's athletics because it's still a grapple.
Yeah, like you'd be rolling athletics again. But also, if you, I guess you'll get one of these before Shino goes into a shadow again.
Okay. That's pretty good. Let's. 22 might do it. We'll find out.
Yeah, I forgot the acrobatics was a +9 and not a +8. Oh, never mind.
Grappled.
Get grabbed. Get grabbed, idiot.
Held. There
Noogie,
is
noogie, noogie,
another.
noogie.
You are getting bapped, probably in the chest.
Cat behavior.
Don't you know to start
Oh.
fights? Don't start fights you can't win.
I should tell that to you.
Ah, but see, I can win them.
I realize Shino is grappled, but he wants to grapple you now, Chuck.
Yeah? Reverse the hold? Entirely
I think at that
plausible.
point they just call it a hug, guys.
You all think you're being funny, but as someone who's like learning grappling and it's yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
go for it. See if you can reverse physics here.
Yeah, sure.
No.
Dang, another
No.
low roll.
Like, Shino doesn't not know what he's doing. Chuck just acts faster. Nuh-uh, get armbarred.
Good
Chuck, please let Shino go.
It's not hurting him. Like, come on.
We have
Shino
things
is
to do before
ser-
we leave.
Shino is seriously contemplating biting Chuck. That is the expression on his face.
Chuck, let Shino go. Shino, don't bite Chuck.
Roll persuasion.
Okay. Yep, sure. Sure will do that. Yep, sure. Sure will. Yep. Just the best
Roll.
just the best rolls. That's nope, that's not how that command works.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, you know, it's a reasonable
Yeah.
request, but with a 3, absolutely not.
Yeah, okay, let me just double check what the modifier for this would be. Okay.
If you're not
Okay.
proficient with biting, then it's just a strength check.
I'm gonna be treating this as the Tabaxi claw attack, which he has.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, then strength attack.
Yeah. So I'm just double checking. So okay, that'll be
This time Shino is the cat boy.
yeah. Okay, mouse, please don't die on me. I do need to switch tabs. Does this beat your AC, Chuck?
Chomp.
Teeth sink, yeah.
Yeah. You you don't let Shino go. You don't let Shino go. Jail for Chuck for 1,000 years. You get that.
Screech.
Actually, a feasible punishment now.
Yeah. Yeah, let me
It's
see.
like a 10-year sentence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, congrats. Chuck has let go.
I'm
Like-
imagining he just drops Shino like a hot potato.
Yeah.
Shino like lands on all fours, starts running right after Chuck.
And they disappear into town, I guess. Tihomir is
They're-
suffering.
I am so sorry, Tihomir.
Tihomir just
Tihomir doesn't have
long-suffering
emotions.
sigh.
Tihomir doesn't have emotions, but even now he's just tired.
Tihomir can suffer. That's just the tired.
Yeah.
Just long-suffering sigh.
Long-suffering dad sigh.
Yeah. Like, I mean, Tihomir can still feel emotions if you're strong enough.
Just this faint flicker of tiredness, and he like pauses as he catches it.
So yeah, if you guys want to do anything else in town, now's the time.
I'm just imagining as an epilogue to the stupid shit that Shino and Chuck are doing. Lialah is just blink, blink, blink. Should we go after them?
In all probability, yes.
Okay.
Doesn't sound like he wants
Eventually.
to.
You'll
You'd
probably.
think the child would be the biggest troublemaker, but no, it's those two.
I mean, if it comes down to it, Shino and Chuck are also children, just slightly older children, and that is why they're the troublemakers. Now, you're probably going to find Shino and Chuck at the edge of town, probably having a scuffle, but like they're fine.
Chuck's having the time of his life. And also was in need of a distraction and is taking it in both hands.
Shino is honestly taking this chance to throttle Chuck a bit with both of his hands.
This is enrichment for both
It's
of them.
enrichment. Yeah.
Enrichment. There is a reason why Shino at least would have guided them to the edge of town so people don't stare and so that no one else gets into trouble.
God, imagine the people who can't see Malcolm though. Just they see this
God.
guy.
20-something-year-old running from nothing. And
then
just,
getting beat up by nothing?
yeah, just getting fucking bowled over like a strong gust of wind just came in.
The weird flicker of shadows on the ground. Yeah, that's kind of the other reason why Shino guided them to the edge so that, there wouldn't be a crowd or anything.
I'm just imagining just like the life of an NPC that's like maybe can see Malachim, but like isn't like doesn't know what Malachim are, and just like, yes, kids these days, and then like someone's like, kids, there's just this one person. What do you
And
mean?
that's a full adult.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. Just another weirdo passing by town.
With incredible mime skills. Good lord.
So, you'll be able to come back a couple hours later. You have the money for the ferry as well as the tickets.
Yippee.
Yippee. Is Tihomir doing anything useful?
Tihomir has gone to go barter for some cold weather gear.
Okay. So, straight up, you won't have that many here, but,
Yeah, Chuck was saving that for across the water, but no harm in looking. May be surprised.
Yeah. I'll say since you were probably spending the couple hours the kids were spending roughhousing, actually like checking around for stuff, you are able to get a couple of extra scarves just from around here, and the merchant in charge of this shop actually gives you a note. Since you are probably going to be entering Port Helois, that there are in fact shops there that sell cold weather gear. So just like you can give them a note that this person has sent you a lot over there.
Sweet.
I'm just imagining Lialah is like has a pile of scarves. You can just barely see his face.
Oh,
Like
Lialah
waddling like a penguin.
Lialah is clearly being the best helper.
Yeah. And also, being the youngest out of all of these adults probably leads to some fretting.
That'll come later. Chuck runs her full shopping spree on the other side. He's also going to be straight up spending the ride over, conning as much money out of people as possible to supply
my
that.
God.
Yeah, he has people to get warm clothes for, so
Yep.
How much money does Chuck have?
He will have been mentally reviewing that himself and counting. Equipment tab.
How much money do I have? 35.
Because I got
Chuck's
30 gold.
rustled up 60. Chuck is the breadwinner of this family, and it's entirely through cheating people at cards.
On
God.
bird, specifically.
That's so funny.
yeah, and he'll be getting more.
Yep, that's his intention. He's going to be a
Tihomir
card
is
shark, and he's going to be relentless.
If there's like a game of dice or something, Tihomir will join him with that.
Oh, hell yeah.
And try and use his perception powers to swindle rather than his deception powers.
Lialah is still intent on fishing.
Okay, so real talk, if you have apologies, if you have a dice game for me to base something off of, I might be able to on the fly give you some rules for it.
Hmm.
I'm
Not
suddenly
off the
blanking
top
on
of
every
my
dice
head.
game I know ever.
Yeah,
That's it. No
D&D.
worries, 'cause
the games
okay,
I know are
so-
card games, and that gets a little bit complicated for just casually translating into 5e.
There's a
Yeah.
game. I don't remember what the fuck it's called, but you have to try and sum to 7. You get 2d6 at first, and then if you roll over, that's it. That's the game. But if you roll under, you can double your barter to get a third dice. Try and make up the difference. 7 or 12. You can get to 7 or 12. That's what it is.
Okay. Okay. I mean, real talk, that would just straight up be rolling dice.
Yeah.
So if you want to do that, you can. Though it'll probably be a little bit risky.
Yeah. I was hoping that I'd be able to roll some kind of skill check to give me advantage on my dice. Maybe, possibly.
Yeah,
You want some weighted dice, Tihomir?
Or that works too.
No weighted dice, I'm afraid, but I could say you could roll maybe perception or sleight of hand.
I will happily roll perception, thank you.
Chuck's
Sweet.
sleight of hand is a
Nice.
solid
I am-
+9, so like...
I am going to note though, wait for rolling for this game, okay? Since this will be on the boat itself.
Yeah. Just,
Yeah.
like brainstorming for the boat going on here.
Yeah.
Cool, okay. So that's that sorted. What's everyone else doing on the boat?
Like
I don't think we're on the boat yet. Hi.
Yeah, we're not actually on the boat yet. Like, I'm thinking perception. So the goal is to get either a 7 or a 10.
7 or 12.
Yeah, 7 or a 12. Apologies. If you beat a DC 15 Percepi, I will allow you to roll again if you roll over.
Cool.
That'll be the advantage granted.
Sweet. Alright.
And by that being, if you roll over by a set amount, you can instead choose it to be a set amount under. Now, with that planning done, you are all able to get the tickets and the money. And for ease of access, I am going to time skip us back over to Jaffa. Which, yeah, you're able to get on the boat again. I'll see if I have any particular notes here, but yeah, pretty much it's a good old boat ride time again.
Yippee!
This will similarly take a couple weeks to get over there. There will be a stop at the Midlands at the port you've all been to previously, and then you'll get onwards to Hellas. So now is the time for card games, dice games. If you want to do fishing, you can. There does also need to be planning for, you know what element the two diamonds of the party will be masquerading as.
Yeah. Tihomir's been thinking about it, and then one day you'll see him walk up with, instead of black eyes, they are silver.
Oh.
And how'd you manage that then?
Just looks around at everyone else also here and raises an eyebrow like, I'm not answering that question right now.
What? Fine, keep your secrets.
Shino just like Shino like bapping Tihomir, not Tihomir, bapping Chuck and going like, when we're somewhere more private, most of the people here can't even see Lialah or I. You really think that this is a good conversation for you two to have here?
Yeah.
And I gotta increment that counter as well. Okay.
At another point in time, hey, I think Shino, roll perception.
Sure.
I no longer have plus 10 to stealth.
I'm imagining that Lialah has, if they're on the boat now, Lialah has immediately just went towards the fishing spot.
I think these sailors know her as well, so you get a cheer, Lialah. It is fishing
Hell
time.
yeah.
Oh,
Hell
that's
yeah.
a 26 on the Persepi.
Oh boy.
So
Well-
Chuck, what's up?
Shino will then have definitely noticed a stranger walking up to him with purpose, like the stranger can see Shino, and then just casually like lean an arm on his shoulder. And with such a high perception, it's just like, oh, that's Chuck. Chuck is disguised self. Chuck looks completely different.
Yeah, no, at first you would have had Shino leaning away with like the Ketno like banana face. But then at realizing it's Chuck, it's just, oh, it's you. Stops leaning away.
Grins and winks.
So what's all this?
Well, it's a useful spell. To look more like the Wind Malik type or whatever. And also just
I'll be real with
generally
you.
useful.
It can be useful, but at least to be a Wind Malik, you can. Do you remember the Malik we met a while back?
Sure.
I need to double check the name, but this was in the pub over that place in the Eastlands, the port over there.
Yeah, sure.
Remember
the pub you legally aren't allowed in?
Yeah. Remember how his hair was tinged with green?
Okay, so need highlights, huh?
That's pretty much it. You see how Lialah's hair is edged in white and how my own is edged with purple. If you're disguising yourself as a Wind Malik, you can... Like, your hair is already kind of greenish. So just make it a little more obvious for the edges, and you should pass as one fine.
All right. Noted. Thanks for the critique. Pat shoulder walks away.
Shino, like, very definitely thinking of, like, actually sitting down with the other two so he can give them lessons on stuff.
Yeah. They're gonna need them.
They are going to need them, yeah. Which, by the way, if you want to do those card and dice game rolls, you can now do them. Let me just find the
rules. Yeah, Chuck would be more
The
inclined to stick
rules.
with what he knows works for him.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I'm just trying to find the rules for the card game I set down.
Right. In that case, then I'm gonna start rolling.
Yeah. Okay, let's start with that one first. So number 1, have you rolled your Persepi?
Let me. I did not beef it. Barely. That's a 16.
Yeah, okay,
Wait, is it a 16? Hold on. Yes, that's a 16. I can do math.
Cool. Yes, the DC is 15, so you do make it. So you can roll 2d 2d okay.
Shit. 2d6. Yeah, that's the perception. So 2d6.
Mm-hmm. 2d6 either
Alright.
as Mhm.
And
I got a 3 and a 6. So what was the perception check? What was the advantage that gave me?
So your options are the following. Either you can ask for another dice so that you can like do another roll of them. It's a 3 and a 6, you said. Yeah, with that advantage you can treat that too high of a roll as a too low of a roll instead.
So instead of it being 9, it'd be 5.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. I'm gonna treat that as 2 lower. And get another dice.
Okay.
So it's 5. Oh yes, I got a 7. I got a 2, so it adds to 7.
Hey, nice. Nice. Congratulations for a game like this. I'm going to say you're outright getting 20 gold.
geez.
Oh shit! We take those.
I mean, a
You
game
are
of luck
getting-
versus game of skills and such, so stakes are higher.
Game of luck versus a game of cheating, yeah. So you can try doing this again, but I'm gonna say it'll cost you 5 gold to try, Tihomir.
I will try again.
Okay. Same rules.
Okay,
Then.
let me roll the perception check first then.
Mm-hmm.
I did not beef it. That's 17.
Okay, cool.
Oh, that bounced out the dust box. Oh, I got a 7. 2 plus 5.
Yo, nice! Congratulations. You get not 15. You get 20 gold then.
Sweet.
Like, well, once more.
Hey,
I'm
and
not doing that again.
Yeah, and I'm going to say here. I'm going to stop it here then, since yeah, you
Tihomir just
effectively
comes
got
back and
40.
is like, made bank.
I just doubled my money.
Yep,
And
sure
then some.
did. You get a bit of a clap from Shino. Where the heck are the dice rules? Or, well, the card rules. I put them here. Oh, here we go. So you must bet 5 gold. We each roll a d20. Whoever gets higher wins. You can roll Persepi. DC 15. Beat that and you'll get advantage on the roll. You can also cheat with a sleight of hand DC 13. you also get advantage. But if you fail, you will be kicked from the game. So.
Yep. Well, going with the sleight of hand, baby.
Of course.
Because it's better than the perception. Yeah. So, sleight of hand 25.
Well,
God.
roll your d20 with advantage. Yeah.
Good,
Unless
'cause
you
the
really
first roll
beat
was a
it here.
7.
It's a tie. We just have to roll again.
The advantage is 12. So.
Well, you do still beat it, so I'll just... Okay. I'm going to say then that you are getting 9 gold for this.
Eee.
You may play again twice more, but you will need to reroll, so...
Yeah, Chuck is trying to maximize profit. Christ,
Well.
Okay. Alright.
Oh.
Well, the sleight of hand is one. Chuck's rolling pretty good this session. I'm having a good time.
Well, roll your d20 with advantage.
Okay, you keep on rolling the number that I disadvantage at, because I got a 4, but then a 16.
Okay, cool.
Goodness.
Chuck just kicked back and just absolutely...
You are getting 14 gold for this round, by the way.
Okay. And one more go, especially because I feel like after 3 times, especially since Chuck's being kind of like aggressive with this, people are going to catch on that we can't catch him. But this guy,
yeah,
he's not allowed anymore.
Yeah, you will be kicked out, so...
Taking all their money and
Yeah, roll with advantage.
Okay.
Slightly less.
We avoided a 2 and got a 15 instead.
Hey, yeah. Well,
Woot,
here
woot.
is the final money roll, so... you will be getting 8 gold for this.
Wee. Well, if we add that
Yippee!
all together quickly. Chuck now has 91 gold to throw around. He's pretty satisfied with the outcome.
It's he really is like the the holder of the gold of this crew. And let me just double check. I imagine you want to do fishing minigame, yes, Staria?
Yes.
Cool. Roll survival.
All right. Maybe.
Okay, lower roll. So
not used to the cold water.
yeah. In this case, what you manage to catch is one whole sardine.
Nice.
The fish wiggles. That is what you succeed in catching here.
Lialah is fighting off a very strong temptation to just straight up put it in her mouth.
I fucking knew it.
I love that one of the sailors are just giving me kids affectionate at seeing Lialah want to put the fish in her mouth.
The sailor. Doesn't everyone want to?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's wiggly.
La criatura.
Real though.
But so you now have a whole sardine. You can do whatever you want with it. If you want to make it for your dinner, you can. If you want to take it with you, you can.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna be a very big dinner. I'm gonna be real with you, Chief.
Yeah.
Right now, what she's giving me is keeping it if in case there's like a fish, not a fish, a cat or something that she could feed.
Oh my goodness. You know what? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Keep the fish on hand then. There's not one on the boat right now, but considering you're going to, just by talking around, you all would know that Hellas is a fishing town. So not hard to guess that there would be some cats there.
I'm just gonna send the note that I put on how it's called, how I wrote it down.
Yeah. Nice.
For cat.
Nice.
Nice. Okay, now here's a question I have for you lot. Do you wanna have the chat on pretending to be Malachim now or when you guys actually land on shore?
I mean, there's probably time to kill on the boat.
Yeah.
Better to have that conversation sooner than rushing it closer to the
Yeah,
actual
yeah.
place.
Like on the particular day this conversation happens, like it's probably closer to nighttime. Shino actually finds Shino first makes sure that Lialah is chilling wherever she is. If she wants to follow Shino, she absolutely can. And
Yeah,
Shino
Lialah likes to be involved. He likes being included.
And Shino is going to find both Chuck and Tihomir and is going to nudge both of them into coming over. He's found a quiet corner.
Tihomir does not take much nudging.
Yeah.
Malik
For Chuck,
culture
if it comes
101.
down... for Chuck, if it comes down to it, Shino can just drag him over, so it's fine.
Well, it's not like he's resisting. This is important. He would like to not get caught.
Mm-hmm.
He's
So,
still not
first-
entirely convinced that he should be going in there, but it's valuable information.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I've now realized why Lialah is also going. Lialah also doesn't really know how to be a Malik, so
Yeah.
learning.
Yeah. Okay, so first things first, we never really finished our conversation of what elements you two would be pretending to be. And really what helps differentiate these things and what are some bits and pieces to know. So I've already told Chuck, but if he wants to hide as a Wind Malak, he could potentially, since for a lot of us tend to have the two-tone hair in some shape or form. I've seen for some Earth Malak where blonde hair goes into being a more darker brown. In my own case, and like he'll tug his own hair, you will note that like, yeah, it is black that goes into a slightly more purple color, which shows that I'm of the darkness element. Chuck, I've mentioned might do well as a wind malak since his hair is already kind of greenish.
Yeah,
And
spoof it a little with magic.
yeah, you have that going on for you, and I guess there's something else, but I can talk about it after I explain this part. For water, it's probably pretty obvious. For them, the edges of their hair tends to go more blue. I've seen it be both a lighter and darker blue. Depends on the individual. And for fire, it tends to be somewhere in the range of pink and red. For lightning, it's yellow, but I really haven't seen many Malachim of the electrical element, so
It would likely be more wise to hide as a very common element.
Mm-hmm. So we'll need to figure out hair dye for you.
either hair dye or maybe if you can also try hiding as being a darkness malak.
Right.
The thing as well for elemental manipulation is it doesn't have to be big and showy things. It
You
just
are pretty sneaky.
Well, I mean that is what I tend towards. It can be something more technical. At least something I've seen with a wind malachim is they tend to be pretty good at reading the wind per se, but also in the fact that wind malachim and on occasion their companions, if they bring them along, can just go from appearing in one place to another.
Like teleportation.
Somewhat, yeah, though in this case it's a trick with the wind.
I had given it some thought.
Hmm?
I don't have anything overt, but try and hit me.
Okay.
Oh, that should be good. Leans back.
Nope. Shino gets up, trips.
Try
buddy.
again.
Try this again.
I'm imagining he tries to hit him with like cat claws, and he like gets tangled in the fabric.
Was that the trick, or
Slightly better.
Okay, roll damage.
Okay.
Okay, well, I don't need to technically roll for this, but I'm gonna roll for this anyway. Where's my d10?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What are you hitting him with?
In this case, I'm just going to say Shino's just it's a punch essentially. Actual stats wise, it would be the Tabaxi claw attack.
Right. Yeah. So you do that, and he catches your fist, and it's like hitting a brick wall. Does that feel like an
Okay.
earth-metallic power?
It could be. I believe I have seen some before who fight using their fists.
That is what I will do.
A nod.
But that is... And he gestures at his eyes, which, again, are metallic fucking silver instead of the
Yeah.
usual black.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out how you did that.
Shino nods, by the way. And like we'll go back to his place and sit down.
Well,
God, Tihomir is considering whether or not he's gonna answer Chuck's question.
Yeah, not gonna lie, Shino is like looking at that, also curious. I'm sorry, but the image I'm having is all three kids looking up at Tihomir and Tihomir sweating.
I can. You have seen me. Gestures at his face again, but this time more toward his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
With the implication being the chomp. There is another thing that I can do. To draw on another things.
Oh, okay.
What power I am drawing on will change the color of my eyes.
Oh, there we go.
Ah, okay. Well, I guess to add on to this, so at least in the cities, it's considered pretty rude to use any particularly big elemental skills with no forewarning. So, that shouldn't be an issue here. But still good for you all to know.
Does a nod.
It's also oh man, I'm trying to think of what this would be called. It's like kind of common knowledge. It's different elements will boost different elements, right? There are different elemental strengths and weaknesses, which means that, say, for a wind malik, it makes sense to use a element. Well, to use a weapon that has ties to the earth element, because that'll boost the wind's power. So the fact that you tend to use swords and knives will do you good in pretending to be a wind malik.
Okay, easy peasy.
It's not always the case. Not everyone listens to it. Being that I am a darkness malik, I don't actually know if there's a specific element that boosts my own like this, but my Naginata does me well enough, so. Other examples can include, say, an Earth Malak using an umbrella as a weapon.
Umbrella?
Or,
I can see
mhm,
Why umbrella?
because an umbrella counts as being water element. The Malak in particular, I saw really hit that other person hard with the umbrella, so it did her well.
Morskijez, the fucking whiplash of you saying that was a water thing, my mind fully went, wind, like Mary Poppins.
I heard earth, so
No. So this is a real thing. In Tales of Staria, your Earth Malak companion uses an umbrella. Edna's great.
Wait, earth?
Yep.
Not
Yeah.
water?
Yeah.
But you said it's a water. What?
It's elemental rock paper scissors. Certain elements boost the power of other elements. So earth boosts the power of air, water boosts the power of earth.
Yeah.
I don't know where the rest of that net particularly leads, but
Apply Pokemon rules and you're probably fine.
Oh my god.
So wind gets boosted by fire gets boosted by wind, which we see that because the fire element Malak that we see uses talismans. Those burn really well. And theoretically, a water malak would have a fire element weapon, but we never see that, and I don't know what would count for such a weapon. Because the
Flamethrower.
how would that even work? But because the water malak in question uses an earth element weapon, but it's noted that like it will be tougher for them to call upon their element, but it will give them way better control because they'll be used to working with something a little bit tougher. So there are pros and cons to these things noted in universe. While
What element does the broken sword that Lialah currently carries around? What does it count as?
Ooh.
I think it was water, wasn't it?
the broken sword, it currently counts as, well, nothing. It's a broken sword.
Prior to
Before.
that, I think it was water.
Prior to that, the broken sword, you could make an argument for earth and water. It's a weird sword. Man, like the one darkness malak we do see in the series, she used the flute as her main weapon, but she was kind of an oddity in that she could cast illusions.
Sounds like a bard.
And so, I mean, yeah, I guess if the bard is really picked up, she had some problems. She had some problems, let's put it that way. And there was there was a lightning element malak who used a staff as his weapon. Old man was cool. So yeah. It's kind of something that can be played with rather loosely. And like the other Earth Malak we see, and this one in particular we see in Berseria, he doesn't use a weapon technically. He's actually the one Shino was talking about. But in his case, he doesn't use a weapon because all of his weapons end up being broken for one reason or another. His luck is just really bad.
F.
Yeah. So, you guys now have this information.
Sweet.
Boy, I love information.
Oh, so Shino will. I just remembered. Shino will also note down like, because it comes down to elemental manipulation too. If you can be smart about it, that will absolutely count as being. Oh yeah, that Malak's just using their element. So like, I believe Chuck has silent image.
Mm-hmm.
So if he can play that as being a wind mirage, maybe.
Yep. Yeah, Chuck's got magic tricks to reinforce.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And like at least on Tihomir's end, hey, if he can if he can hit the ground hard enough to break it, in theory, that is messing with the earth. So
Brute force your way into an element.
exactly. So
Also, you can always just say, sorry, I'm just bad at my element. Yes, I have an element. I just have a skill issue.
But
thousands of years,
you will need to,
and just don't give a shit.
You can say that you would need to roll deception, you know? So
Tihomir's -1 deception.
yeah, so
sure.
maybe you don't want to do that, Tihomir, but if Chuck's wants to, but he will be getting
Chuck's
weird looks for
+5
it.
deception
Listen.
covering Tihomir's -1 ass.
Listen. Tihomir will deal with this like he deals with every question he doesn't want to answer. By just not answering.
Perfect.
You don't have to roll deception if you keep your fucking mouth shut.
Oh my god, I love Tihomir.
How do I? So we have a plan for the Malak City.
We just need
We
to
just need to
get
actually-
there. It's gonna be a journey.
Yep, sure will be. But I think with that, it's now 7:15 over here. Do we all want to take a bit of a break?
Sure.
Just for like
Yeah. So we hit the 2-hour mark
10
just
minutes
now.
or
So
Yeah. If we want to take a bit of a break for maybe 10-15 minutes.
Yeah, sure.
Alrighty. I am going to go get myself another cup of tea, so I will see you all in just a little bit.
nice.
Gotta get food.
Specifically, I am now backlogging RP discussion since I'm just poking around a bit on Discord now that like I'm DMing like during this break, and there is and I came across the second disclaimer that start planning the funeral. So yeah.
It should probably be noted that the person requiring surgery is a spider, a toon, and used to be a god.
Kind of brain
If anyone's
surgery
played
a god.
Cult of the Lamb, it's This is where I realize I don't actually know the actual name of this character.
I think it's Shamura.
Shamura, okay.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm with you. I know them as Shenmue as well.
Yeah.
So, like,
The spider one.
Yeah,
The spider one,
guy. Yeah,
that
the sibling, I
had
think.
their brain
Purple crayon.
lobotomized.
Yeah, the
Impromptu lobotomy.
the think no of the evil siblings. I'd say do know, but that's a very different body part that would get cut off.
Yeah.
They all still have their hands.
Yep. Definitely what the implication was there.
I'm still backlogging, right? Like, this would normally kill you. Yeah, I sure think it would.
I'm actually not sure. Because unlike mammals, bugs don't have like a centralized brain. I don't think spiders do either.
That is true. So
it might not kill them, honestly. But also, spiders don't have a humanish head. This is a fucking drider, dude.
Yeah.
We are past the point of my expertise.
Yeah.
Human brains are where I'm at.
Yeah, and to be fair, human brains are like a whole enigma of their own.
Yeah.
Just when you're looking at different people. Did
you know? Fuck, gave myself some topless flashbacks. I'm about to drop the fixed cursed fact. Did you know that in space, if you spend long enough in space, the fluid dynamics are so fucked up that the size of the ventricles in your brain, in fact, enlarge?
I did know that, actually. Yeah.
Actually, yeah, same.
Likewise,
it sounds plausible.
If you spend long enough in space, the calluses on your feet actually vanish because you don't have the pressure to maintain them, and your muscles actually atrophy. That's why it's so important for astronauts to get their exercise in whilst they're up there. Try and slow that as much as possible.
Did you know that there's nowhere for condensation to go in space, including from your breath? So all the walls in a space station are moist, and mold is a factor. Radioactive resistant space mold.
Oh god.
And another thing, I'm pretty sure astronauts who have gone to space have come back taller because due to the lack of gravity. Like, it's the same thing with the calluses on a person's feet. Like, you aren't constantly fighting gravity since you aren't. Normally, you need to grow a bit because the gravity pulls you down.
They also get slightly stupid and forget that gravity is a thing and drop their cups.
Well, that's more a case of body memory at that point. Because
Yeah.
they've
me
grown
realizing
accustomed to the lack of gravity.
Mm-hmm.
That's me stumbling off of sidewalks and realizing, oh fuck, I'm not drunk. I'm just fucking muscle memory is for a ship moving around. And now I'm back on land and look like an idiot.
Sea legs and land legs are not typically something you can switch between very easily.
Yeah.
No, and it would just come off like a solid week of some like choppy fucking waves.
Oh, Patsy, yeah.
That sounds.
Oh.
But if we're all back,
it would be a good
let's
time to
fucking go.
continue. Yeah. Let me just grab a cookie since I have my tea here.
Scrape the ice off the top of my ice cream. So I can actually open it without like getting ice all over my hand.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. I have found my notes. Now we actually get onto the parts I've written down.
We were just mad-libbing for 2 hours.
I will be real with you. I have had one paragraph for the past 2 hours. Like, mind you, this is stuff I have thought of previously and have even talked about previously with another person. But,
Open sesame.
We're just silly
here you
like that.
This is my notes for this starting part, actually.
Oh boy, let's take a look.
So
Yeah, that's how it'd be when DMing. You put one paragraph and it ends up being like the 2 hours.
Yeah.
Or you write 3 pages and it takes 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Felt that. I felt that.
It really do be like that.
Mm-hmm. So
Anyways,
the good news.
before I lose my focus any further, let's go.
Yep.
Yeah, so what I was saying was, so, congratulations, lads. You've arrived at the Northlands, and while it isn't snowing right this moment, Lialah, you think you see further up the coast the beginnings of snow.
That's weird.
There's a whole lot of white in that direction. The trees definitely look different, being that they are. What's the English word for Zimzelena? Coniferous? Evergreen, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Lialah is slightly vibrating.
I feel like, just for some fun translation notes, Zimzelena, yeah? Zelen is green. Zim is close for Zima, which is winter, so winter green. Yeah.
Ah, neat.
Accurate.
So that's one way you can say coniferous trees. There's another way, but I don't remember at the moment. Anyways, getting back on track. Yeah, you see coniferous trees, you see white further up the coast, but as is, you'll have arrived into town. This is a relatively small port town. It's called Helois. Chuck, you might know of this place, just maybe. And it's a fishing town primarily.
Lialah is gonna be getting along well with the people here. No. Lialah has his fish fear me, women want me hat. Oh, sorry, women want me, fish fear me.
Yeah.
Remind me.
Because I remember that you gave that to me.
Yep, sure. Oh.
I mean, I'd assume someone taught her, either Shino or Tihomir. I don't think I would
It might
trust
take
Chuck
longer
to
than-
teach Lialah to read.
Okay, beginners reading can sound out
Yeah,
words.
Yeah,
just- Yeah,
at the very
probably like
least-
first grade level reading.
yeah, like at the,
The
very
cat
least,
sat on the mat.
Me, first grade,
Yes.
extremely angry that the is spelled like the way it is.
What?
That's
was mad.
me, kinda.
Yeah.
So-
Okay.
That's what it says. Why are the rules inconsistent? Hates this. I was mad that the rules weren't consistent. I was like, if you're gonna teach me a rule, at least like be decent about it. I was already mad at the English language, and it's my first one.
Honestly,
Wow.
fair.
yeah.
Funny.
But this, it's been some months. Yeah, I'd like to think all of the gang's been teaching Lialah how to read.
Yeah, 100%.
It's been going.
Yeah.
It has been, less than a year. Since
Distinctly less.
she's been, born.
Yeah.
I want to roll
so-
intelligence to see how well it's sticking.
Oh my god. What's
Yeah,
their
sure.
intelligence, child? That's
Wasn't that
think it's a
Lila's
plus
dump
one.
stat?
it's a flat D20.
Oh.
Yeah, wasn't that Lila's dump stat?
Oh my god.
Nice! That's
Lialah soaks
Well,
up
God
information like a
damn.
sponge. Nat
Good.
20.
Good god.
Yeah, Lilah.
I guess
This is-
Lialah took language as her first hyperfixation like I did.
Nice.
There we go.
Honestly,
Except for me was
good for
English.
you.
To be fair, first grade
I
reading
have
level for
to
being
say-
like 2 months old is incredible.
Yeah.
Especially since you're not
Yeah,
like sitting
for real.
down every day to do this.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Honestly, this is ironically fitting considering things I know about Tales of Berseria, but don't worry about that.
Turn. Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
You're the
I
only one
just
here who
think-
knows anything.
Yep.
I mean, I figured out a couple things by just proximity, but
Yeah. I will have things to tell Mel later. that's all I'm going to say. Anyways. But you all are in town. You have your lovely little head there, Lialah. You can indeed talk to the fisherman. If you want to.
All fishermen can
Hell
see
yeah.
Lialah.
And while doing yeah, it's the fish aura.
Timir's gonna go find that shop that he was recommended to go to and pass
Yeah,
on that
yeah.
note and be like, hey.
Yeah.
No,
Lialah
Chuck's
will
going along
also
with that because Chuck is going to be very critical about each piece of kit and make sure it's good.
Fair.
also
He's
Lialah
going to go
while
with Lialah to make sure that child is okay.
Yeah.
yeah,
Hello?
Lialah is while talking to the fisherman, she will search for a cat to feed the sardine to.
Well, you are in luck. There is indeed a cat chilling with some fishermen onto a site. So, if you want, you can try pussing the cat over to feed the
All right,
little guy.
what's my animal handling +4?
You can roll with advantage because fish.
Yeah. For not the best, but it's like
Not terrible.
Yeah.
he just kind of throws the fish at him, and it slaps at the cat, and it slaps the cat in the face like a cheese slice. And
Nah, well,
and Lila's like, "Oh
speaking,
no!"
honestly speaking, if you throw the fish at the cat's going to run away.
Oh.
And is then going to wait a good few moments, sees that nothing more happens, and is then going to run back, snatch up the fish, run away.
Lila is so so devastated for throwing fish at the cat.
Oh, the
She thought
fish
she would the throw was weaker than that. She didn't mean to throw it at the cat's face.
honestly, the fisherman there would laugh at that, and you're probably getting a head pat and the advice that next time just walk over to the cat and place the fish down, and then back off.
Okay.
the
And yes,
cat.
that she does say it in like a little whine.
A heem whimper.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. A heem whimper.
There is a pause from Shino before he gives you a head pat. Better luck next
Yes,
time.
good. Pat her. Pat the child.
The child is being pat. Meanwhile, with the adults, or the adult and adult question mark.
The adult and the adult, you're adult.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you for affording Chuck like a tiny bit more dignity. Especially since Chuck is like in full, like, taking this seriously mode, like haggling, like, you know, examining every bit of kit, making sure, like, okay, like, what kind of fur is this? You know, yada yada. Okay, well, what about your snow goggles? Got any of those? Just all that. Knows what he's doing.
I guess a roll persuasion, Chuck, for your haggling.
There's
Tihomir's gonna help action that.
cool. Thanks. That lets it be a base 19, and we'll see what. Do you have anything persuasion? Probably.
You've got a charisma modifier, so you should.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. He does have more than the base +2. It's going to be a +5. Yeah.
Nice, dude.
Hey.
Nice, dude.
Nice.
We take those.
Be nice.
Okay, so yeah, you guys really managed to do some good shopping here. Namely, you are successful in getting proper boots for Lialah, proper coats for everyone, some extra scarves and stuff. You're even able to find some good fabric that Tihomir might be able to use for his own purposes,
Listen,
as well as.
The way Chuck goes into that is like, okay, so it's been a bit, and and things might have changed. So he's asking the shopkeeper for advice on booties for dogs. Custom made, because let me tell you, his family dog, like, this is not just a regular husky. This is a beast of a dog. He's probably might need to, like, craft it himself. So do you have the raw materials for dog booties?
Oh my god.
Legitimate question. Do you have any knowledge on that? Because I don't.
Okay, so for, like, you know,
Oh
generally
my
sledding
goodness.
dogs, they don't need this. They're
They're already
physiologically
built for
made for
this.
this, whatnot. But you'll see lots of,
Yeah.
you know, dogs walking around in the wintertime. Some owners
For things
definitely
that
will.
are not huskies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things that are not huskies or malamutes or samoyeds or anything of that nature. Say you've got, like, a skinny little greyhound.
Why'd you have
Yeah.
a skinny little greyhound if you live somewhere where it snows regularly? That's just mean.
Like, people will just have every kind of dog, RJ. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I've seen little chihuahuas just, like, and puffy, like, you know when you stuff a kid in, like, children's jacks that are way puffy and the arms stick out?
Oh no. No.
Anyway, point is, with some dogs and with some owners, you get little booties, there might be a jacket for your dog, all that. So.
Which is very cute. It's very cute.
It's very cute. And, like, you know, once the dog's used to it, it's fine. But you know the thing where, like, you put booties on a dog or a cat, and they're walking so horribly, and they hate it so much.
Yeah. I personally am remembering the video of the little dog who has such like scraggly limbs, and the boots seem so big on him. Dude just fell over.
Yeah.
Anyway, killing me that Chuck is describing it like this, but you're probably able to get into a talk with like the shopkeep, because like, yeah, most people aren't dumb enough to do that up here, but you do have the occasional noble family, so you know how it is.
Listen, this
Uh,
family from South, they're coming to visit. They didn't want to leave their dog, and I'm like, it could be fine,
yeah,
but they just
yeah.
don't know, you know?
Yeah,
And if
yeah,
we go
yeah,
much
yeah.
further north, you know, they
Mm,
fucking love this pet, you know?
yeah. Okay, so here's what you do, and there will be a whole discussion on dog boots, I guess.
Yep.
For reference, modern ones are usually rubber soled.
Yeah. How's
Yeah,
Tihomir doing
in
just
this-
standing there?
And in this case, we are dealing this with Fantasyland, which is definitely far older.
You know,
Mhm.
there'll be some kind of material that, like, grips.
So yeah, like
It might end up
there
being wood, honestly.
there will be some kind of material that grips. I imagine ice
It wouldn't be
spikes would
too
be a
different,
thing.
potentially, from just regular boots, just, you know, made for dog stuff, but Chuck's was like, just give me the raw materials and I can size it specifically for this thing.
Yeah, which
Cough,
you know
Tihomir's feet.
he will yeah, which you know he will get that. He will get the notes if there's anything in particular to note about it.
Much obliged.
I'm going to note as well, if you specifically that you guys are very much going up north. Like, I personally don't know as much about ice spikes, but I imagine there was something for that in the past as well. So
Yeah. So, well, I
you
mean,
get something
the
for that
modern
too.
thing is, if you know you're going to be going, like, really, if things are going to be really icy, there's, like, grips you can attach to the bottom of your boots that basically are, you know, pointy spikes.
Yeah. Yeah, so like people had that in the past as well, I imagine, or some version.
Yeah.
So
And, like, you know, the expertise you'd be looking at here is stuff like, you know, Inuit wear.
yeah, exactly. So you are able to obtain all of that really well, actually. So I'll let you guys decide how exactly your characters looked, all dressed up snugly. But you are wearing, effectively, you are wearing clothes for extreme cold weather. Congratulations.
Cool.
Woohoo.
Tihomir honestly doesn't look super different, given that he's already layered to hell and back anyway. But his outer cloak is now waterproof and furred on the inside.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm
Insulating.
Insulation,
yeah.
baby. And
But honestly, what
honestly-
what I'm imagining as well is like Tihomir's cloak now has like the, you know, like fluff on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a hood up under the under the hat.
the hat
yeah.
stays.
The hat does stay. It makes a effective shield against like wind and shit.
Yeah.
Just tilt his head forward a bit.
Like, I don't know if it doesn't already have a ribbon too, like
Yes,
like, you
it
know,
does.
the ribbon, or yeah, like it already has that. So like, you know, it's set actually.
Lialah is looking like one of those kids who's wearing a coat for the first time, and they're like really wobbly and waddling around like a toddler.
I'm just imagining Lialah like being like we already had to talk about those little like dogs or cats who dislike wearing boots for the first
Yeah.
time.
Being
God.
forced
Lialah
into
with the
boots, into
Yeah.
wearing shoes.
Yeah.
Socks
Grumpy.
and then shoes. Yeah. Shino and his end is actually wearing like a proper coat at this point and has a scarf.
Chuck's
Nice.
looking around at all this and alright. He seems satisfied.
Yeah. Shino tosses an extra scarf at Chuck's face.
Puts it on.
And now they're set. Let me see, is there anything else to note here? Oh, there is actually something interesting here. So aside from the usual of like, this is a fishing town, so you can definitely find fish here. You can find some other food here as well if maybe you guys want to take that with you. There's also some flamestone here. Not a huge amount, and it is a little pricey. But if it's something you guys want to take, you can.
Yeah, okay,
Flamestone?
define flamestone, yeah.
Chuck, you know exactly what flamestone is.
Sure, Chuck does. Kraken doesn't. Is this like pocket warmers?
No, I could have sworn I mentioned this a while
Yes.
back, but
Yeah.
flamestone.
You can mix it with sulfur to make shit blow up. You can mix it with oil to get fuel. And it's good at being a fire starter.
Okay.
Yeah, so flamestone, I need to double check if the name was Melchionite, like its proper name.
Yes, Melchionite is what you've got here.
Yeah, but the colloquial name, or what it's often called, is flamestone, which, yeah, it's a type of ore that is really good for being burnt.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice fire
So like
source. You can use.
fossil fuel.
I mean, honestly, you could probably correlate it to coal a bit.
Yeah, that's kind of where my thought was going. For campfires,
yeah.
at least, Chuck does have prestidigitation. But in terms of blowing shit up...
Yeah, straight up, if you have the materials, I will allow you to make explosives out of it. So, like,
Oh
yeah.
my god.
If you do decide to buy this, it'll cost you 10 GP.
We made ourselves flush with cash on the boat.
Yeah, you Mr. 91 gold.
Yeah. Minus however much got spent on gear.
I'll say altogether, I'll rule it as 15 gold.
15? 1-5?
1-5, yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, we could probably do with some heat stones.
Yeah.
That's a Pathfinder thing, not a 5e thing.
And like, sure, Chuck can prestidigitation whenever. If you lose him for whatever reason, it's nice to be able to start a fire.
The question, what are heat stones?
So heat stones in Pathfinder are little rocks that they basically can keep an area warm even in cold shit.
Oh, I think I saw something
one heat
like
stone
that.
heats 20 feet, a 21st square foot area. Jesus Christ. Even in extreme cold. Well, you can get permanent ones, but the basic bitch ones last 24 hours once activated. It doesn't cause damage. It can't cook food, but it'll keep you warm.
Okay.
All right.
That's cool. That's cool.
So, unless Tihomir wants to drop some gold into any of this, Chuck could subtract 25G from his stash. And he would have someone else, probably Tihomir, carry the flamestone, because again,
Yeah.
Chuck has the ability to start
Yeah.
fires. He shouldn't keep the thing that also starts fires.
Mhm.
I mean, Tihomir has a tinderbox, but that requires active use rather than yeah.
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 So
Point is,
he'll keep all
someone
that.
else,
How much?
either
How much are
Shino
you
or
getting?
Tihomir.
How much are you
Yeah.
getting?
Is it each stone is 10G? Or is it like a...
Yeah, so I'll say each piece will be 10 GP. If you have that piece, like as a fire starter, it's going to last a couple rounds. As an explosive, it'll last 1 round, though,
Yeah.
I will note. But yeah, each one is 10 GP.
So, potentially we could buy 2, and that way Shino and Tihomir have 1.
Okay.
Alright. So definitely minus 15 for the gear. 76.
No, writing that down so you have something there.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay. So, inventory updates. Everyone's got X appropriate winter gear. Tihomir and Shino both have a flamestone.
Yeah.
And if Chuck foots all of that,
Yep.
that's now 56 gold to his name.
Cool.
Yeah.
Does everyone have rations?
Shino does. Shino does. And I imagine you all do have a bit of food left from the boat ride, but it might not hurt to just have
Yeah.
some food on you.
In terms of the base equipment, yeah, 1-day rations.
Okay.
Yeah,
I have 10, so
So does
days worth.
Lialah.
Oh, yeah, 10 quantities of 1-day ration. Okay, so yeah.
Okay,
10 days
yeah.
of rations to Chuck as well.
Mhm.
Cool. So we've all got enough for 10 days. More if we can supplement it with hunting, but that's to be seen.
Yeah.
It's been a bit, but, Chuck rolls his shoulders, cracks his neck.
Mm-hmm.
There's meat to be had. We just need to avoid, hey, Morskijez, what's this world's equivalent of polar bears?
Well, I'm going to be real with you. Polar bears.
Alright, we just need to keep a watch out for polar bears once you get past a certain latitude.
Mm-hmm.
Because guess what's like the one creature that will actively hunt humans?
Yeah, I know.
God. Horrible.
Listen, they're a fucking
There
problem
are-
once you get north of Winnipeg.
You don't fuck around with polar bears.
Yeah.
No.
And there are many other interesting things up here as well. So, are you all satisfied with your preparations?
Chuck's feeling pretty alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you all are ready to go. I almost said spelunking. Go traveling.
RJ about to kill you.
RJ did kill me earlier today, in fact, over this.
It's not always caves. Sometimes it's other places.
Yeah. But I suppose with that, one of you three roll me a d5.
Dib's not it.
Okay, yeah.
Dib's not it.
Oh.
I can do it.
Okay, roll me a d5. Great.
4
Okay.
is for good.
This is so funny. Of all the things.
Did we just roll polar bears?
No, you rolled a frost giant.
Oh, for
Ah!
fuck's
Oh
sake.
my god.
Anyways, So you guys are able to do an amount of traveling. I'll say you've done this for a couple hours now.
Chuck, oh yeah, and you gotta watch out for the frost giants. Summons one.
You warned us about the polar bears. You did not warn us about the frost giants.
You mean that frost giant over there? And there is this guy, this giant, massive being, who's luckily not looking at you. But if you guys want to get past, your choice is either to fight or to maybe try and sneak past.
Tihomir has already picked up Lialah.
Can Lialah, due to being picked up, can Lialah use the help action to try and help the guys get a better score?
Don't need it.
Lialah can. Oh, well.
Shino
luckily,
will though.
Nah, don't worry. Shino doesn't need it.
God. Don't need to worry about your shit-ass rolls if you have good modifiers.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Frost giants are fucking stupid.
Your DC is 13. Shino physically can't lose that. You
can absolutely beef it with that one.
Well,
that's just true.
It's not a nat 1. We'll find out if my modifier saves me. What is your modifier?
1.
10? 10?
Okay, so let me see.
Grab it.
10? Let me just roll. Okay, so 50 divided by 3 is what?
What?
Oh,
yeah, it's almost 17.
Okay. You are in luck. There is a
God.
very dangerous crack under your foot, Chuck. Shino just about manages to drag you to the side behind an ice drift when the ice giant looks over, but you are just about able to skirt away from the guy.
Fucking saving your asses.
Okay.
Yeah, you are. Thanks.
Well, it conserves Chuck's backup plan to any stealth fizz that fails, so that's nice.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be real. I didn't expect that this far south. Okay. Huh.
Well, Claude did warn us it got colder here.
Yeah, okay. My seasonal expectations might be out of whack. Okay, frost giants. Good news, they're dumb as hell.
What's the bad news?
They're strong as hell.
If they hit you, they'll send you throwing across the room.
Chuck does poke at the fucking belt of hill giant strength.
Hill giants aren't as strong as frost giants.
Yeah. But it's a fighting chance. Still don't want to go toe-to-toe.
Let's not.
Yeah.
Anyway, as I was saying, polar bears will actively hunt you. Frost giants will just punch you into next week.
I see.
Polar
Which,
bears are
by the
smart.
way, okay. How smart are we talking here?
Smart like if you're going to be staying in one general area for a while and you know there's polar bears about, you need to vary your routine because they will learn the routine and wait for you and ambush you. That's smart.
I suppose it's a good thing we won't be staying here for too long then.
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, next person, roll me a d4 then.
Dib's not it. Staria, you do it.
Staria did the last one.
Kraken, you do it.
Kraken, time for you to roll.
Listen. We do random rolls in my Pathfinder sessions. Without fail, I've cocked it up. Every time.
Which is hilarious, because
You
I'm used
told
to
me to do
you
this.
having the fucking dice luck. 5?
That's either really good or really bad. I don't know which one it is.
Considering 4 was Frost Giant.
Okay, so funnily enough, I noted the D4 because we went through one of the 5 options,
okay.
but like, well, I guess regardless, this is a 5 technically. So to avoid hopefully any more Frost Giants, the gang goes like by a path that is by the sea, and you find the galleon trapped in ice.
What now?
A giant ship.
A giant ship.
Yeah, it's a type of
A
ship.
galleon is a giant ship. Mm-hmm. It's a pretty hefty one, and it is trapped in the ice.
Oh,
The fuck are we
somebody
gonna
did
do?
not calculate their route. Claude did say it was getting colder, but oh, somebody messed up. Stomping closer, not right up,
The
to get a closer
sailor
look.
glee.
It's like, oh, man. Like, again, this far south, this doesn't usually happen because things usually... Well, it might still thaw and let
People
it
are
free, but...
really smart about this.
Yeah, like, this happened on unplanned Arctic explorations all the time. Point is, it's probably picked over and clean already, if not booby-trapped in some way, but there's really good scavenging that can be had of wrecks once the people give up on getting it out.
Are we sure this is wise?
Like I said, could be trapped.
Try.
But there could be stuff in there.
I can try checking to make sure the ice won't break beneath us. And then we go from there.
And maybe make sure that there aren't any people there that are still trapped.
Yeah,
that too, I guess.
would be good to. You get a withering look from Shino.
Damn, Lialah, the
Shino
only
looks-
person thinking about the people.
Chuck assumes
let
people's
me fin-
already
let
jumped
me-
ship.
Let me finish talking, thank you very much. Shino gives Chuck a withering look and goes, "Yeah, we'll want to check to make sure no one's trapped."
It is very funny that the 2 diamonds have already assumed the worst, whereas the 2 Malik are like, there could still be people, you guys!
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can tell who are the moral, or I guess the hearts of this crew.
The optimists.
Mm. So Shino does check the ice, and it is indeed quite. It's thick. You may need to be careful, but it doesn't seem like it'll break. As for what's on or in the ship, roll me your choices of perception and investigation, and tell me what you do.
Percept it is.
Poggers, dude. Cool.
Hey, 17,
Oh.
nice.
We all getting 17s.
No. I'm getting
Nice.
27, baby.
23.
Tihomir has decided to climb up the side of the ship.
Okay, yeah. I won't bother rolling for Shino then, because you all did really well. Lialah, far as you can tell, there is no one on this ship. It does seem to be abandoned at this point. For Chuck, yeah, this is actually an older shipwreck as well. And exploring it, it does seem like it was pretty much a case of people clearing out, and luckily the ship, well, luckily or unluckily, I guess, for the ship people who were trying to drive the ship, this galleon is actually rather close to shore, so whoever's on it is gone. But you and now Tihomir, looking over things, you do actually find where the old storage was. That was a really high roll, so I'll roll I'll roll the gold you find on this ship. We'll see how lucky you all are. Not very unfortunately, but you do find 20 gold between the two of you.
I mean, that still covers for most of the travel expenses.
Yeah, that covers a good chunk of the
Mhm.
travel expenses.
Yep.
Nice, T. See, you're a natural.
Tihomir doesn't deign to fucking respond to that.
Well, the good news is no one else does seem to be here now, so they all must have left.
Mm.
Okay, that's
Take
good.
what they could carry. Is there anything else they left behind aside from a couple bits of gold?
There is perhaps some, there's like some old cloth, what you think may have been a banner inside the ship. You can potentially scavenge some wood from here.
Probably wise.
Yeah. Norther
Some
we get
wood,
less
some-
trees because it's tundra.
Yep.
So
Let's
Yeah,
get
driftwood,
some-
forward.
always good.
So some wood, some rope. You're actually able to find some empty bottles, though you would probably want to wash them first. You don't know what's been in them. The one
Yeah.
does smell a fair bit on alcohol.
God, I want to make a reference that only I will get.
Yeah,
Go for it.
Go for it.
Let's play a game, Boulder Spider.
um,
I can put what this is a reference to.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Just
Yeah,
identify to
sure.
learn new jokes.
educate us.
It's yeah.
Yes.
Hey, Morski, could Chuck check out like the chart room?
Sure. What in particular are you searching for?
He wants to get a look at like where this ship came from, who these people were, just kind of like generally snooping, seeing if there's anything interesting in particular about the ship, or if it was just like, was this supposed to be an expedition? Were they a trading vessel? Were they like trying to take a sneakier route to get somewhere else and got unlucky? Like, what was going on here? He's just being nosy.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, he can be nosy.
That going to be
The
like an
real talk.
investigation?
Yeah, I guess you can roll investigation if you want. I will note from immediate things like it looks like the charting room has had most of its maps picked up already and emptied, but there are a couple you can find around here.
Alright.
You think you can find a map of the known areas of the Northlands, actually.
Which is interesting to him, actually. Extremely useful for them, but kind of by luck, because it's interesting that they'd have maps of the land and not the water channels they were going through. To Chuck, that implies that they were expedition potentially. We're going to get up somewhere and then go inland to do things. But there's now.
Yeah, elsewise, I guess do your roll.
17 investigation.
Yeah, so from what you gathered, this was actually supposed to be a trading ship. In fact, this trading ship was supposed to go up to Merihio. From what notes you can find, though, the ship captain had not been up north before, and is even why he had the maps, but seems people weren't really expecting things to be this cold this soon, like noted.
I put the ref in the lobby. I'd like to watch it later.
Okay.
Ominous. Interesting.
This entire video plays in my brain.
Oh.
Come here, kitty cat.
Kitty?
Oh, heck yeah, Kifty.
Kitty wants the rest of her breakfast. She'll have to wait a bit.
If you have
Yeah.
time, I'd recommend also watching the entire video. It's so freaking funny.
Okay.
Puts it on the watch later.
It's 40 minutes of... I physically could not eat while watching it because I couldn't stop laughing.
Okay. Now let's see. This is about all you can find on the ship for now.
Okay. Well,
So on your guys' end note, then you have a map of the Northlands, or at least a map made of humans of the current known areas of the Northlands. You also have some wood and some rope. Alongside the 20 gold you'll manage to scavenge.
Chuck's happy.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Now, next person, roll a d3.
Looking at you, RJ. Don't fuck this up.
Terrible idea. So 3. I rolled a d6 and halved it, so 3.
Yeah. That's funny. Anyways, so you're all able to continue forwards.
You're bullying RJ.
And then rocks fall.
Rocks fall, everyone dies.
My curse continued.
So straight up, Tihomir, Lialah, you don't recognize what this is in the snow, but Chuck, there are these single file tracks that go on in the snow. Do you decide to follow them?
Humanoid?
No.
Can you roll survival to try and identify what made these tracks?
Sure. Roll with advantage, considering where you are.
Yeah. Not a ranger, but terrain advantage.
Yeah.
Lol.
You know, now I'm imagining Chuck as the, stereotypical Canadian walking the snow with like shorts and and sandals.
Air horns a Canadian goose. Fuck off.
Chuck is just every college campus student in the dead of January ever wearing basketball shorts to class.
But funny you say that, considering there's a Canadian in chat.
Yeah, that's exactly why I said that.
Me sitting here, ships and North stuff. I'm thriving in expertise over here. This is my time.
A treat for my beloved friend Kraken.
21 survival.
Yeah, 21 survival. You recognize an Arctic hare's footprints.
Combined with that survival, could he estimate like freshness?
It's pretty fresh. Somewhere within the last maybe 20 minutes.
It does have a short bow.
Do you follow them?
He is going to follow.
Okay.
See if
Are
we can
you
get
going
some
to
fresh
tell
dinner.
us what you're doing? Or...
Yeah.
So, Lialah doesn't shout, "Oh my god, it's a buddy!" And
yeah, he's like crouched
ruin
down
the entire
examining
hunt.
these things, not hiding that. And you're so okay. There may be a fresh dinner on the menu.
All right. Is there anything in particular we should know for hunting out here?
Well, stuff's camouflaged, right? So keep an eye out for that. Hare, seal, fox, a little less so.
Okay.
I mean, a hare in particular like this, not any danger to us. It's just a matter of spotting and then actually sniping the thing. But
Mm-hmm.
it can also lay out traps, but obviously we haven't done that and we're on the constant move, so traps are kind of a no-go.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
basically just keep quiet. I'll see if I can spot, sneak close, and get it.
Shino gives you a nod. Okay, so I assume you are following the tracks then.
Yep.
Should we roll stealth?
You can if you wish to.
Not bad.
Hey, yo.
I think Lialah is staying behind, letting the adults do this. So because Lialah knows not very good at stealthing.
Plus, like,
Lialah,
especially
Lialah
is not used to wearing fucking boots. You're making crunch, 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 crunch.
Yeah.
yeah. Like Shino will pick up Lialah and follows behind a bit slower.
I was thinking Lialah stays a bit behind and starts making snowballs.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
No, yeah. She
Essential
okay.
skill.
Ignore
Gotta get that
Shino's.
practice in.
Yeah, ignore Shino's role. Then he's staying back with Lialah while she makes snowballs.
Tihomir has opened his mouth behind his mask and is currently scenting the air.
Okay. As of right now, Tihomir, it tastes of cold. That's what it tastes of.
Yeah.
It tastes of cold. But for both of you following the tracks, you follow the tracks for maybe 5 minutes. Before they just stop abruptly.
I don't like that.
Chuck's looking up because his thought is, well, alright, bird of prey got to it before we did.
Is there any sign of a disturbance like that?
No, they just simply stop abruptly.
Yeah, because normally you'd find like wing brushes in the snow, but
Yeah.
Chuck stands up a bit higher just to see if that vantage point gives him anything, but
Anything that Tihomir, like 2 feet taller than you, wouldn't have already seen?
I don't know, he's been keeping low to the ground, but just... Also, who knows, Tihomir doesn't necessarily know what he's looking for. To be fair, Chuck at this point doesn't quite know what he's looking for either.
Well, no, they know what they're looking for. They're looking for clues.
Well, as of right now, you can't really see anything. This general area just looks undisturbed. You do hear noises a bit further down.
What kind of noises?
Honestly, I'm trying to think of what are the usual noises you'd hear in a tundra. Maybe some geese or something a bit further down.
Geese?
Yeah, you know the snow geese?
The Canadian gooses?
That's a thing?
Canadian gooses. Thanks. You might hear some small mammals.
Yeah,
Mice or rabbits or something.
lemmings.
Assuming there isn't something fucking weird going on here and the place is unnaturally silent.
Yeah, assuming there's not that kind of fuckery going on.
Yeah, but no, in this case, that's what I'm trying to say. That isn't the case. You can hear the noises of the wildlife. You wouldn't exactly hear an owl, but you can see an owl. Aside from the fact that the tracks just kind of disappear here, things seem to be pretty business as usual. You don't You don't really even see any particular diamonds in this area, too.
Well, no huge loss. We got plenty of food. There'll be more opportunities later.
We'll head back.
Mm-hmm. Back they go.
Cool.
As they come back, they see Lialah slowly inching a snowball into her mouth.
Shino isn't stopping her.
It's hydration.
You can see him seriously considering to do the same as well.
Hey, as long as it ain't yellow.
Oh,
It's white snow.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That's just hydration.
put in mouth. Crunch.
Free water.
Brain freeze.
Yeah.
Brain freeze.
Roll
Roll a
con
con
to avoid
save.
brain freeze.
Roll con.
Con save, Lialah.
Con save? Alright. What is your con? Good child.
I think
plus
it's
3, I
plus
think.
3.
Yep, it's
Yeah.
+3.
Roll your con to see whether or not you get the brain freeze.
It'd be so fucking funny if you beef it.
Yeah, that's low enough. I'm sorry, you get a brain freeze.
It's
Entirely
like
new sensation.
yeah. What happened? It's like crunch, crunch. I think I'm dying.
Chuck just starts snorting.
There's a raised eyebrow from Tihomir at you, Chuck.
Shino looks at the adult and the adult. You're adult. and Lialah isn't dying, is she?
Nah, just cold things. You gotta pace yourself. Sometimes it's a brain freeze.
Lialah's
It'll
like,
go away in a minute.
Ah!
It'll go away in a minute. Just don't keep eating it in the meantime. It takes it upper hand.
Lialah just shoving the rest of the snowball in her mouth.
It's like, no,
Oh
no,
my-
it's
yeah,
gonna make
Shino-
it worse.
Shino will take the snowball and throw it onto the ice.
Ow!
Stop eating it then. You'll hurt yourself more.
You've got the right idea, and
gotta
that snow is water.
tolerate.
But
I need to build up a tolerance.
That's not how that works.
that's a little bit how it works.
It's not how that works, Chuck.
It's a little
Just don't do it again, okay?
bit.
Fine.
Chuck gets a glance that very clearly goes, the child will keep eating snow if you encourage her, please don't.
And Shino is adding to that glance with a squint from Shino's
Question.
end.
Is it actively snowing right now?
Right this moment, no. It's why the others could actually see the footprints still.
Mhm.
Not, so then I will keep this joke for a later date.
Yeah, don't worry.
be
You
deployed
will
soon.
see snow. Yeah, you will see snow, just not quite yet.
Not.
Anyways, I guess all of you rolled, so I'll roll the D2 now.
One.
Ironically fitting.
Uh,
Uh-huh.
So you're all able to continue forwards, and it has been pretty peaceful for the most part. More noises from the wildlife. You go a little bit more inland for this part of the route, and you come across a frozen pond. The thing is, there's a jagged hole in the ice that looks to have been recently made.
does it look like something fell in or something busted out?
Roll me investigation.
Chuck, I am so pleased with you this session. Your rolls have been immaculate. +3. That's
Ah,
23.
yo,
23.
nice, nice. Okay, so with that 23, something fell in before clambering out, and you can actually spy a little bit of blood on the edges of the ice.
Shit.
Oh dear.
And in fact, looking closer, there seems to have been a struggle.
Shit.
In fact, you realize it was between a polar bear and something else.
Oh god.
Well, fuck.
Whatever that something else is, though, you think it's a diamond because it doesn't look natural.
You know what? If the polar bear wants to take
Polar
on a
bear
diamond,
hunt diamond. Okay.
you know what? Sure.
RJ, would pay so much money to be a fly on the tree for that fight.
Same.
Same though.
Just like, I'm
Um,
generally not
Polar
sure who
bear
I'd bet
taking
money
a
on.
diamond.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for real.
All right, well, at
Just
least unless
touches
it's
the ground.
someone
Something
like
bad happened here.
him and Tihomir, then at least there isn't a potential rescue that needs to be mounted.
Yeah, whatever the unnatural thing is, you don't think it was something like you and Tihomir Raver. It was something bigger, like the lizard diamond you all
A full
fought up in the
diamond.
sky.
Not a human turd diamond.
Well, a mindless one, let's put it that way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Something more beast than person.
Yeah,
Hey, Morskijez,
yeah.
world question for you.
Yes?
Is this usual? Is this the kind of thing a polar bear would do? Would it pick a fight with a diamond usually?
Usually? No.
God.
Okay.
Fucked up.
So now Chuck's standing there, like, head tilting one side to the other and just like, hungry? Territorial? It's getting cold. It's been colder. Yeah, okay, something really weird is going on north.
And a fair thing to note is normally wildlife tend to avoid diamonds for, well, pretty obvious reasons.
Yeah,
So,
and, like, he isn't sure out of this whether, like, the diamond was the, like, attacker or not, was the instigator or not.
mm-hmm. That
Well,
much you can't really tell here.
Chuck would be inclined to see about following the aftermath trail of this just to get more information potentially on what the fuck happened and who won and get any further clues.
You know what? I'll be nice, and because you got a nat 20 there, I'll say you are in fact able to find something. There is something of a blood trail towards the edge of the clearing, further away from the broken pond.
Can we tell what it's from?
It is from the polar bear, and after a little bit, once walking into the trees, you find some footprints from a humanoid that joined the bear.
That just deepens the mystery for Chuck.
I'm not sure if we need to know the answer to this.
Yeah, I'll admit it's not necessary and potentially a real bad idea, but the weirdness just
No,
keeps
wait, that's the
stacking
Mr.
up.
will come back to us.
Listen, the oddities
So it's
just
out
keep
of character.
stacking. Like, I know it's been, God, what's math weird? I don't know, 60 years or something, but, like, this isn't how it was.
How long has it been since you were last here?
hand seesaws. I lost
Time is
track for
difficult.
good. Wow, because I just didn't care to pay attention. But
Time is difficult.
yeah,
Keep track.
I mean,
younger
fair
than you,
enough.
way younger than you, T. But
That's not exactly hard.
no, I definitely haven't broken 100. I'd want to estimate somewhere closer to 75.
You are still a baby compared to me.
But I can drink. Don't think you're out of that just
Jesus,
because we were in a hurry to get out of that fishing town.
That.
Anyway. Let's keep moving.
Yeah.
Tihomir, voice, are you done yet?
Fine.
Which, by the way, would you all like to roll me a perception?
Would love to.
Yippee!
You bitch!
Oh?
Did you not want? What happened there?
Team says it's my
Well-
turn on the net 20.
Nah,
Well,
Meanwhile,
Shino got
Shino-
the nice
on that one.
No
Do
fucking
I,
middle
baby?
sliders.
No, there is one middle slider, because Lialah got a 10 on the dice.
Yeah.
God.
The adults are on this.
Yeah.
And child, apparently.
Child's doing pretty good.
Yeah. Rip to Shino. I think there may be some bickering over the the alcohol thing.
Yeah.
He grumpy.
Him grumpy. No talk, him angry. So, Lialah, you guys are continuing down your nice little path up north. You are able to note in the distance what looks like a large building, and you do remember in like some talking beforehand that the gang would need to get past some kind of pass. That might be it. You also realize there are two people nearby, or well, a person alongside something else. Chuck and Tihomir. You know how there was that fight between a polar bear and something else?
Mm-hmm.
You think you found the polar bear?
This is Press the fucking Beastmaster Ranger with a polar bear companion? That's sick as fuck! Are you kidding me?
And the
If that's the case, I
person
love
there,
this.
Oh, that's very cool.
and the person there you realize is a Malachim, in particular a water Malachim, who looks upon you guys briefly and then looks back to her companion. You think she is trying to help her companion right now, who has laid down. What do y'all want to do?
I'll be real. Chuck has
Need
a
help.
learned and ingrained avoidance of polar bears.
Lialah is immediately wants to offer help, but
Yeah,
also
Lialah-
this is a baby and doesn't know how to help.
Yeah, Lialah, you say that, Shino notices, and he's going to glance at the other two before he starts walking forwards.
Tihomir is letting one of the Maliks take charge here. Or one of the Malikim take charge here, because if he goes forward, it's not going to end well.
Yeah.
Lialah, do you want to follow Shino, or are you staying back?
Loshino, because child want to help.
Okay. The water Malik is kind of quiet. But let's start off with if either of you have extra cloth or material for bandages, that would be quite helpful right now.
Lialah thinks about it, then starts removing one of the scarves. Looks at Shino to see if he approves.
Yeah. Shino is actually looking as well through their supplies because you did get some extra cloth
Yep.
recently
Yeah, I was
from
about
a
to say, if we
shipwreck.
picked up any sailcloth.
Yep.
Yeah, Shino is actually pulling that out as well. And I mean, Lialah, that polar bear does look pretty hurt. That is a proper wound there. You could, in theory, say, do a cure wounds.
I do have
Yeah, I sure hope you do.
Considering you're our
the
healer,
cleric
any
forgets
cleric?
she can heal.
The cleric is like 3
Yeah.
months old max.
The cleric is not used to this. Gonna cast cure.
Yeah. Roll your healing damage.
Is it a plus something? Can't remember. Yeah, plus my spellcasting.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hot damn!
Nice.
Whoa.
Max
Hey,
healing,
nice.
baby.
So there is still something of a wound, but it looks far better. And combined with the cloth you guys are offering, the water mallet does seem able to help her companion a fair bit. It is going to take you guys a little while. So if the diamonds of the party want to come closer or stay away, they can. I will leave that up to you lot.
Standing a
Also,
bit
as a
back, but watching intently.
Mhm.
As a fun little flavor note, I'm assuming the other party members have done a bit of first aid sort of stuff.
Yeah.
You can tell pretty obviously that Lialah is mimicking the motions,
Oh, baby.
but with
Child.
with magic instead of actual medical supplies.
Pat, 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 pat.
Bless.
Yeah, and may or may not have made the cure wounds be a little gauze made of magic, but is like wrapped around the wound.
Mimes the motions
Bless.
of wrapping a wound.
Yeah.
Bless.
I'm so sad that no one in the party is the type of person to do the kiss it better thing, because Lialah would absolutely mimic that.
Oh.
One day Lialah will encounter that, and there'll be no going back.
Yeah,
Absolutely not.
Correct. Correct.
Usually for Tihomir, it's kiss it worse, but
Kiss of
That's
death.
one way to do.
Tihomir,
I mean, that's
Dementor.
one way.
I mean, kinda, yeah.
I mean, that is one way to describe it. Yeah.
Just our friendly
Did we kill
neighborhood
Staria?
Dementor.
Did we kill Staria?
I'm trying to eat a cracker and
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Cracked up on that cracker.
for real
Kraken
now.
made you crack up on
God.
that cracker.
Y'all are too fucking funny.
Why, thank you.
I'm here every week.
It is my life's work to make someone turn the metaphor die laughing into an actual literal thing.
I believe
Oh,
in you. You got
God.
this.
Every day you
Sometimes
get
I
a little
wonder
bit
how
closer.
much my mic picks up, because a lot of times it's the the green circle just doesn't show up, so I'm like, is my dying audible?
Usually not.
Yeah, unfortunately, it usually
Ugh.
isn't. Oh,
I hope
but
you realize from now forth, every time you go quiet, I'm just gonna imagine you laughing your ass off.
yeah, same.
Goodness. Either that or just I'm just distracted.
Fair. Though I will note with this. So the Water Malik is going to turn to you, Lialah, as well as Shino, and thank you. I will need to get us somewhere safer for the moment, but you didn't have to help. She's going to give you an item.
Oh.
Oh. Also, Lialah going nah at the you didn't have to help. Lialah want to help. Lialah is a good child.
Yeah, and we love her. And Shino on his own end is agreeing with you, Lialah. This is the item you are given.
Ooh, bag of holding. Nice.
Yo. That's a useful damn gift.
Finally, we have somewhere to dump all this wood! Tihomir's just been fucking carrying around.
Oh my goodness.
And it was only a problem for half a day.
True.
Pack mule Tihomir.
Which is hysterical, considering that one of us has fucking +5 to strength and it's not Tihomir.
Mm-hmm.
Chuck's already carrying this party's financial status.
He's carrying the party on a metaphorical level.
Both of you and your companions stay safe now. It has gotten more dangerous further north as well. Even
Is-
with us taking efforts to clear out some of the diamonds around.
Is that diamond still around? Do we need to worry about that?
This one in particular, no, we finished it off. But there are more up there.
Chuck's gonna take the risk and sidle closer to join the conversation. Wants more information.
The Water Malik has a rather piercing gaze, but she doesn't do anything. She's just keeping watch.
Tihomir doesn't need to sidle closer to eavesdrop on the conversation.
Chuck does have observant, but yeah, you know.
Chuck's also got, like, no wisdom.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
also, like, what if Shino doesn't ask the questions that need asking?
I mean, not wrong. Shino can't think of anything to ask. Like, he's he's maybe asking a bit about the diamond situation and trading information, but look, man, I'm not going to force a conversation between two characters I am playing. Please
Yeah,
ask
exactly.
questions.
Me, myself, and I.
Ha 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 ha. Waves at myself, but
Yeah.
Okay, Gregory and Henrik FPS player.
and now there's like 6 of Henrik. Things could be so much worse now.
Oh
Yeah.
god. There's
Yeah.
still
Ooh, you want to do a
six of
Henrik
him?
and Henrik and Henrik and Henrik and Henrik and Henrik FPS so bad.
Oh god.
RJ, you
That would
are
be funny.
gonna speak that into existence if you aren't careful.
Ooh, you want to do a Henrik and Henrik and
wanna
Henrik and
do
Henrik
it?
and Henrik and Henrik and Henrik FPS so bad.
I want to do it. It's definitely not a bad idea.
Puts
H
it
and H and H and H
down
and H and H.
in notes. Call that like it's not cubed,
6H.
quintupled, sextupled.
To power of, well, to power of 6 technically, because it's
Henrik
something
to the
multiplied by
power
itself
of
times.
6 FPS.
Yeah,
That's
Henrik
being
to the
written
power
down.
of 6. You're welcome. But yeah, if you want to ask questions to
Name it this.
Name it what?
That
No,
in the chat, in the roll zone.
wait, you know VVVVV 6 times?
Oh my god.
That was with
VVVVV,
H.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're all terrible. I love that. It's now going to manifest.
Good.
I mean, maybe this will be the kick in the ass I need to finally do the Fates FPS, so...
Oh,
Bet.
IO?
Fucking bet. Packed right now.
IO? Eyes emoji?
Alright,
I
yeah, I'll
packed
pact
right
you
now.
on
I'm
that.
holding up my hand.
I'll pact you on that.
I'm
Oh,
shaking.
heck yeah,
The
you
sound
guys
of my
better...
hand bonks against the receiver.
You guys better run that at the same time because I will want to watch that live.
I'm not fucking doing that. That's gonna be a piece of writing. That's not being a voiced
Oh.
FPS.
Okay, yeah, I respect that.
Yeah.
But I'm pointing at you, Kraken.
All right.
That'll be fun.
Back on topic.
Back on topic though. Yeah, if you got questions, feel free to ask them to Miss Walter Malik.
Yeah. So, like, how recent are diamond activity? Didn't used to be this much, if I recall, back in my pause day. Yeah, that sounds right.
That's
What
because it
changed?
wasn't.
What changed?
As I understand it, there's simply a little more malevolence and a little less Malachim in this area to help keep it low. It has maybe gotten a bit more strong in the last 30 years, perhaps.
That's recent.
Yeah. Chuck,
We do
thinking
our
to himself
best,
and not
but-
aloud, is thinking, isn't there a whole city of you fuckers?
Yeah,
Well,
Oh
talking
my
about-
God.
Well,
Theoretically.
talking about city, well, there may be a population of Malachim more up north. Most are far too afraid of malevolence to come down here. It's been I and a couple others keeping eye out here.
How
That
do
would only
we
make the problem worse.
help with the malevolent part of the problem?
What did Tihomir say? Because I did not hear that.
He just kind of quietly went, that would only make the problem worse.
Meanwhile, Chuck was thinking, well, we have a vacuum. We have a
Listen,
malevolence
I
vacuum.
can only suck so hard, you know?
You heard
I
it here,
hate that.
Tihomir sucks.
Yeah, he do. He got the fangs and everything.
I'm banning
Just
you
a little,
both.
just a little sippy, just a little chomp chomp.
Remind me what Chuck said, or who was it that next said something? Because I forgot.
I think the last in-character comment we had was Lialah going, well, how do we help with the malevolence problem?
You're travelers, aren't you? I'm afraid there's not much you would be able to do unless you stay around and let your domain stick for the moment. Just make sure to keep an eye out for the diamonds, and if you're able to, maybe take out some of the smaller ones.
Lialah nods enthusiastic. In there. With enthusiasm.
Yeah.
I'm good
Shino,
at words, I swear.
I know this and I love you. Shino, meanwhile, is taking notes to maybe try and take out some of the bigger diamonds around as well. You know, to help
Tihomir
out.
handshake Shino.
Hey.
Also, from the tone of her questions, the Water Malik might realize that this is a really, really young Alec.
Oh, no. Yeah, no, for real. She's looking at Lialah, but also Shino and going, babies.
So
You don't know how old she is, but she looks to be in her, like, mid to late 20s. Bit younger than Chuck, perhaps.
with the 30 years, does that coincide with the temperature change?
Yes. I have heard that the Empyreans have gone to sleep relatively recently, so I imagine that less of their influence has led to this.
Great.
If them sleeping caused this, wouldn't waking them up be the way to do things?
I wouldn't suggest it. Waking them up, no one around really knows too well how to do it. But I do know that if you wake them up, it is going to cause its fair share of cataclysms.
Ah.
Shino is also going to, note to you, Lialah, that considering they are effective, the Empyreans are effectively the four lords of the elements. So with them being awake and more active, those elements are going to be more active. You're going to get more of the likes of earthquakes, maybe tornadoes, tsunamis, similar such things.
Mm-hmm.
More forest fires too. Just simply because they are awake, and so with that, the elements are a little more awake too.
It throws the world into upheaval.
Yeah.
So basically, magical global warming.
Well, I mean, technically yes, but in this case, it is now global cooling happening right now.
Are there any other dangers or changes we should know about?
From what I heard from comrades more up north, it has gotten to be a little bit more active in the human settlements over there. And there should be a frozen waterfall that has become a popular place for some of the bigger diamonds to stop at.
Mm.
Let's avoid it for now.
More activity like bigger population, or?
That I wouldn't know. I haven't particularly gone into the settlements there. You do get the impression that this lady is more someone who chills out here amongst the wilderness. Like, her companion is a polar bear. She is not walking into town with them, and she'd rather not leave her companion on their own.
You may not have realized this, but that's kind of just a little bit obvious.
Mm-hmm. So, considering how long it took for Chuck to come over, because there was a polar bear here.
Totally, only because there was a polar bear, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely just the polar bear.
Mm-hmm.
Well, cheers for the information.
Cheers for the help. Stay safe out there.
You too.
Will do! And Lialah does a little salute.
You get a nod from the lady, and she is going to be working on helping her companion to presumably one of their safe spots. The polar bear hefts themselves up, so you may want to move back a bit.
Oh yeah, Chuck's backing up.
Yeah. she will give a nod before continuing onwards with Mr. Polar Bear, and Shino gives a nod of his own to her before turning back to the others and going, "Well, shall we?"
No time like the present.
So, it is going to take a little bit more traveling, but you do, in fact, get to that great old building. It's not too hard to find the door. You are able to get in, and while it is freezing, it is just a little bit better being inside there versus outside in all the cold.
Yeah.
For Tihomir and Lialah, would you like to roll me? What should I make this roll? Maybe a perception or a history?
Le
That's-
Percepi?
Interesting choice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chuck, you may also do the same, though you will have advantage, being that you would have heard of this place previously.
Does this count as something in the
Pretty.
past 300 years?
Yes.
Oh, yes, he has heard of this place, whatever it is, because
Yo.
that's a nat 20.
Oh,
Hell yeah, gamer.
We gaming, boys.
Not quite a
Hey.
nat 20, but still pretty fucking good. That's the pirate
nice.
review. That's a
Mhm.
history.
Okay, cool.
Lialah is suffering from snow blindness.
Oh, that's what the goggles were for. Oh no.
Oh, baby. So, Lila, you can tell that this place is old, TM. You think you do see steps to downstairs, but you get the impression that it's a lot more long-winded going down there. Chuck and Tihomir both. You probably know this from different sources, but this place used to be an old prison. As of right now, it mostly works as an in-between in the more southern part of the Northlands and the more northern part. And there is a nice path that will lead over to the northern entrance. But you can see those same staircases that lead downwards, and you know that if you decide to go down there, mostly it's I guess if anyone here has seen one of those historical prisons, it's that. It's extremely old. Not in use anymore, but
Nods.
Damn.
so
Well.
yeah.
Make yourself at home.
Do you want to perhaps take a quick rest or before we continue?
What time is it, Morskijez, in game?
In game, I'd say the crew has been traveling for some hours, so maybe it's around 4 p.m.
Well, the norther
About
you go,
what time
the
of the
sooner-
year?
Yeah. Also, what time
Yeah.
of year?
Yeah. Considering this has been going, man, this. Oh shoot! I think it's been about a year since I've been running this campaign, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it would be winter time. It would be approaching winter time in universe as well.
Not wise to travel this place at night.
Yeah. Might want to
Time
find
to
a good
sleep in
corner,
prison.
so
Yeah, sleep in the abandoned
might be.
prison.
Nothing
least a
could go
shelter.
wrong ever.
At
Set
least
up
it's
camp
shelter.
here.
At
Yeah.
least it's sheltered. We have a
Don't
roof over our
forget.
head and the possibility of somewhere off the floor to sleep.
Yep.
Yeah, don't keep jinxing it. If you guys really want, I'm sure I can think of something to happen here as well.
Nope,
Uh,
it's fine. We've
You
already
sure?
spent enough time faffing about for the first 2 hours of a paragraph.
Okay, so I'm going to say long rest time for the crew.
Yippee.
Here's my question for you guys. How long do we want to continue? Because I do actually have a fair bit of notes left over here. And we've already reached, I think we're about to reach 3 hours now. So my question is,
We're
how
actually, my
long-
recording's at like 3.5, bit more than.
Mine's
Yeah.
almost 4.
Yeah, I
Because
did
I kept
pause
recording
during
through
the
the
break.
break.
Yeah.
How long can you go, Staria? Because you're our latest time zone.
Yeah, it is starting to reach towards really late for me. Because it is currently 10 and I try to go to sleep at 11.
I think
Okay.
now then would be a good place to stop because we're at a natural stopping point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shall we pause now? Because I got like 3 more pages of stuff to go off here. So
Oh,
Well, that
goody.
just sounds
Uh,
like next session then, huh?
yeah, so pretty
Yeah.
much this is next session.
Yippee!
So I think first things first. The crew is able to set up camp here, so you will all be getting a long rest. Because you also have Flamestone and the power of prestidigitation, you won't have any issue with making yourself a small fire inside.
It's comfy for
So
an
you will
old,
be able-
possibly haunted prison.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's a good thing I can punch ghosts.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a good thing I can also eat ghosts, too.
Yeah, like you only hear the occasional howl from deep beneath the earth. So, like, yeah, you're fine.
Not ominous at all.
Sick our own ghost on the ghosts. Go Tihomir, go.
Yeah, don't worry. The
mean-
wind and the creatures outside are far louder.
Okay, Mr. Exorcist.
All it would need is for one of them to try and possess me.
First mistake.
Yeah,
Yeah,
literally.
yeah.
I'm just imagining Ghost shows up and Chuck's like, okay, T, you're up. Shoves directly in the path.
Our
That's
team is
funny.
actually really good for dealing with ghosts. Now I realize I need to double check Shino's subclass, but what's it called? Ghost Slayer?
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
If he's
Shino
Ghost
is
Slayer, he is specifically good against undead. So
Yeah, Shino is Order of the Ghost Slayer as a
Yeah.
blood hunter.
fucking
So
just Rite of Dawn, or whatever the fuck it's called.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
He has Right of Dawn. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
because you
I
get that for
mean-
being a Ghost Slayer.
And
Yep.
Lialah is just a cleric, which is
Turn on
generally good.
Channel Divinity, turn undead,
Yeah.
Yep.
which
So this
might actually
Never
hit
had
me
to
as
use
well.
it before.
Yeah, whoops.
Oh, boy.
Friendly fire.
it's fine.
Well,
it's
you're not
fine,
CR
don't worry
like
about it.
half CR. What is the turn on?
Yeah, you wouldn't destroy me. I don't think you could. Well, I have to remember how
Turn undead.
Turn Undead works. I've never, for all that I've played Undead, I've never actually had a chance to use Turn Undead.
Yeah, I've never really
okay,
seen
undead
Turn
within
Undead
30
being
feet
used.
must make a DC 15 wisdom
Yeah.
save or be turned for 1 minute or until damaged.
Turn Undead hits all undead.
Yeah.
Destroy Undead hits certain CRs, depending on what
Yeah.
you're rolling.
Yeah, it is currently
Mhm.
half.
Yeah, I'm not
half
that.
CR. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. My recording is still going, so I think we should
same
sign
here.
off
Yeah.
before we finish the
Yeah.
conversation.
So, thank you all for playing. If anyone decides to watch in the future, you're awesome. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye.